What's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and it's great. It's Tuesday. Great Tuesday afternoon. I don't know how they got this stuff on my shirt and it's bothering me. I can't wait till I take a break and get somebody to get it off. But what's up, everybody? Let's see what I want to do first. As customary, I want to shout out. I see some names on here I haven't seen on here a long time, and I just want to give a shout out to them. I want to talk to my starting five. The starting five is the first five people that sign on to the Chop Shop. And today, I recognize. Let me give them a clap again. Hold on. That's for them. That's for the starting five. And they are Thaddeus Moody, Kevin Lewis, Mindy Collins, Gary Sinclair, and Kevin Allen, the Silver Foxes. Oh my God. Boy, look at her. Hey, we getting it in. Then sixth woman of the day is Dale Griggs. She said, happy Tuesday to Chop Shop. What's up, Matt? What's up, Todd? Ivan Pettit in the building. I saw Nancy Roundtree. What's up, Nancy? How you doing? Daryl Anderson said, what's up, Robert Head? I'm headed to Holland for a river cruise. Wow. You're going to Holland for a river cruise. Man, you can do a river cruise down there in Tennessee, man. Why you got to go all the way to Holland? But have a great time, man. You and your wife be safe. Let me see who else we got. Who else we got? Dr. John Newsom, Darryl Barnes, I see you. Morris Parsons in the building. Do me a favor, y'all. Share the show with your friends. Go talk to your last five friends that you text who text you and ask you for stuff. Text them and say the Chop Shop is on right now. Send them the link and let them come in. Hey, Rosie. Hey, Corey. Y'all, I yesterday I shared some with y'all. I didn't give you everything, but I shared some with y'all yesterday. Yeah, the water is cleaner. Daryl, I shared some, y'all. This young man behind me right now met long time ago, about 18, 19 years old, Charles Woodson. He is going to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and I'm his special guest this weekend in Canton, Ohio. And let me tell you something, young man. I mean, when I tell you, they asked me to do something on him, and the first thing I said, y'all, and first of all, this is the same guy. This is the same Charles Woodson. This is the same guy. Watch this. Just check this out. Check this out.
Everybody, this your boy Charles Woodson, man. I'm in H-Town right now, man. Y'all know I love me some Houston. But I just had to tell y'all, man, that my midday sports happy hour is the Chop Shop with my boy Robert Hatter and Jim Hicks. I think y'all call them Ray and Claude. Well, if you do, I'll put the sheets on you. You know how they do it, man. Hey, y'all have a good day, man. I love you. Chop Shop. Tune in. Everybody.
Hey, now, you see, not just a friend, I mean, when I tell you, he's a Hall of Fame dad, Hall of Fame husband, Hall of Fame brother, Hall of Fame friend, Hall of Fame client. He just, let me tell y'all something, man. That dude right there, unbelievable. When I wish he'll give me a permission to just tell his story, and the way I saw it. And it's unique. I'll never forget this, y'all. And I can talk a little bit about it. When we first, we had been recruiting Charles, but Charles had some people around him, friends around him. They hooked him up with, tried to hook him up with Johnny Cochran, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy was trying to get in the game. So Charles it was a whole lot of stuff going on. I mean, we was battling, right? So, because, Puff is famous, and back then, and Johnny Cochran was famous. And, but Charles, he, without telling the whole story, because it's, but Charles wind up saying, okay. And start listening, and we wind up representing him. but he said something on Roy Firestone. And I'll never forget this. It's somewhere. He had an interview with Roy Firestone. And he said the only thing he regret was not signing with us sooner. And it's just a unique young man. I'm telling y'all, this just not no reg. This is a guy that y'all know I don't feel like getting on no plane. I'm watching the hostilities on the airplanes now. I mean, if somebody sent me a video this morning, somebody grabbing on the flight attendant's breast and all that. They had to duct tape him to his seat for the rest of the flight. Little dude was just belligerent, and then the flight attendants got reprimanded and they got suspended. I said, man, hold up. I mean, it's crazy. And shout out, and I pray for people like Nancy who flies around this country and take care of us on the plane. Y'all got to realize when you get your little ass on them plane, them people are there to protect you. They are the officers in the air. You get on there cussing them out and man, come on, man, when you get on the plane. And I know a lot of us are going through a whole lot of stuff. But when you get on these planes, you don't have to get on them. You can drive. So shout out to like I said, to Charles Woodson, his family. Y'all share the show. That's why I got him back here. He's a Hall of Fame guy, and he thought enough of the Chop Shop to make that video for us. A matter of fact, it was right here at downtown at the Four Seasons Hotel. He was in town for Monday Night Football or something. I don't know. So, but just wanted to make sure we give, let's give him his flowers while he's still here. And there's a lot of stuff going. Did I share the show? Let me make sure I shared the show. Let's share it right now because it's going to be a landmark. Well, all the days are landmark days. It's something you will always get on this show that is just something you're going to always get on this show every single day that you can take back to your friends and everything. I got some good. Thank you for your emails. I got some emails and we're going to share some of them with you today. But first of all, before I go any further, Simone Biles in a triumphant return to the Olympics this morning, won a bronze medal on her balance beam, her first competition since she withdrew from women's finals last week, citing concerns for mental health and her physical safety. Biles displayed a slightly altered and less difficult routine than the one she performed in qualifying. But she was solid and she finished third. Shout out to Simone Biles. We love you. Shout out to you. Who else we got? While we were sleeping last night in the NBA, while you were sleeping, over $1.5 billion have already been spent in the NBA. Trae Young agreed to a 5-year rookie deal, max extension, could be up to worth $207 million. Chris Paul will stay with the Suns. I know some people were the other day. John Newsom was texting me talking about, man, why Chris Paul is not on? God, I told y'all I got stuff everywhere. Why is Chris Paul? Let me take a quick break. I'm gonna come back. They're gonna have to give me a new uniform. Chop Shop. We'll be back in a second.
The Cox Pradia Law Firm. Big city, big town, big settlement. Your fight is our fight. Need legal advice? You know who to call. Personal injury, wrongful death, car accidents, premise liability, serious injuries. 1-800-HURT-NOW. The Cox Pradia Law Firm. Big city, big town, big settlement. Your fight is our fight. Need legal advice? You know who to call. Personal injury, wrongful death, car accidents, premise liability, serious injuries. 1-800-HURT-NOW.
I'm back. Yeah. What the hell? Shout out to my people. they take care of the old man over here. But back to what I was saying. I was talking about the NBA. And somebody, you know what? I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm seeing some people's comments, and I'm not gonna even comment on their comments. Yeah. Hey, listen to me. I have exercised that demon. Okay. But Chris Paul will stay with the Suns, and he has a new 4-year deal that could be as much as $120 million. He's 30 something years old. Let me tell y'all something. 36 years old, 35 or 36. But I never forget. I was just thinking about that. Somebody called me, told me, why is Chris Paul, Robert, why is he giving up $44 million? So he had a 1 year, $44 million. You know what I told him? It's simple. To get more money. To get more money. That's why you tear up that contract. You don't tear up a contract just to be tearing up. You tear it up to get more money. So, and they didn't understand. Chris, they had that. Let me see what Miami. Kyle Lowry went to the Heat. That's a crazy. So guess what? He ain't had to go to customs every time he come back off a road trip no more. Him and PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker is like a mercenary now, right? A mercenary. He going from team to team to team to team. Well, he been like that. That's right. He's been like that. Happy birthday to Michael Smith from Concierge Scheduling. It's Michael's birthday. So when he pop up on the screen, make sure you shout out to him and say happy birthday to him. Let's see who else we got. Well, your USA basketball naysayers who would tan the USA anew. I finally watched the game. Herb, Chris Charles, the Lakers, you like what the Lakers doing. You like the Lakers got a senior citizens home over there. You like that, Chris Charles. Okay. But I'm seeing something last night with USA basketball. I finally found out how to watch it. They don't never tell you. Let me tell you something. NBC has done a terrible job of keeping us informed about the schedule. I went to Olympic.com. It's just too much. So I just want to know when they know what we like. Give us the what we like schedule. I put it like that. So, but it was so unique. I got a chance to watch it. So they said it's on the Peacock channel, right? So I said, okay, I went to the Peacock channel. The smart TVs. I'm going. Then they trying to ask me for all that email, and y'all got anything you know about me. If you see that email and all that kind of stuff, I'm gonna let somebody else do it. I ain't got time for all that mess. So Medical Mike took care of her. Unfreaking believable. Thank you, Herb, for telling us that. But I finally watched, I found out you can go to Olympic.com and click on the basketball icon, but they'll give you 20-something minutes for free. But if you put in your cable subscriber, then you can watch. I've been missing it. I could have did that the whole time. I did not understand that I can do that. But I watched the game, the first game I've watched last night, and they sent Paul Gasol and his brothers and Hernandez and Goran Dragic. No, not Goran Dragic. I'm sorry. Dragic played for Slovenia. Slovenia, by the way, looks absolutely great. Lucas, I thought Luka was the only person on that team. That Dragic dude is killing him. So I watched that last night. What else I do last night? What else? It was late last night. Shout out to Florida State. Share the show, but shout out to Florida State. Florida A&M University for paying off the student debt. Some of the debt of their students. In the article, I'm gonna read it to you. FAMU's pardon gift to graduates was $16 million student debt forgiveness. Then I'll read the press release. Florida A&M, the class of 2021, this weekend not only got out of there with their degrees in hand, but also a pardon gift. The university surprised students during commencement ceremonies, telling them that their outstanding debt from their senior year had been wiped clean. There was some money on the account a week ago, and now it's gone. That was not a mistake. University President Larry Robinson told them and said his commencement because they used the $16 million in federal stimulus, pay our taxpayers' dollars. So we helped fund this. FAMU erased the student debt racked up over this past school year. And he said something was so key. He said something was key. He said during COVID, many students had financial difficulties as well as their families, said the president of Student Affairs, Dr. William Hudson Jr. The money came from FAMU's portion of the $1 billion dedicated to the historically black colleges from the latest CARES Act that they finally got signed this year. So shout out to that situation, man. Unbelievable. I'm going through it. It's just, just glad to see that. Glad to see it. Can you imagine? You graduating. Just go back to when you graduated. Okay? And then somebody said at your commencement service, you worry about paying these loans off, these bills off. And somebody tell you, wow, Robert Hatter, man, your debt paid. Think about that, Walter Yates. Think about them loans. All of y'all paying them student loans. Think about that. Yes, Alvin Petty said Shaq's daughter and son will be playing for Texas Southern. Yes, the mom lives here. Jimmy told me the mom lives here a long time ago. I didn't know, but I found out the mom lives here. I can't believe it. But yeah, the mom lives here. Let me see. I'm trying to look around the bin over here. Hold on. What else? I'm trying to see what y'all been saying before I go any further. Roger Chapman says Seawood, in my opinion, is the greatest Raider of all time, edging out Tim Brown. Oh, Tim Brown, a bad man now. But thank you for him. Let me see what else. I know Herb. Get well, Herb. What else I say? Hey, Karen. Gary, what's up? Yes. Shout out to Charles again. We can never stop. Ivan Petty. Don't put all the man business out there like that. Don't put it. Don't. Y'all ain't nobody ask y'all to put all them people business out. Y'all talking about me. What happened? Hey, Rod Wells, Jimmy is not on yet. Give him a chance. He come on. He give me a chance to go do all this with y'all. Oh my God, man. Come on. Herb Baker. Hey, see why y'all know Herb Baker over there with a bad hip. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing with that bad hip, Herb Baker. But let me talk about some of these NBA contracts, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a few of them that happened yesterday, and y'all might want to share some of y'all's too. Mike Conley get a 3-year, $68 million. Tim Hardaway Jr., he played himself into this 4-year, $72 million deal. Jared Allen, a 5-year, $100 million. Doug McDermott, 3-year. What's up, Dad Moody? 3-year, $42 million. Bobby Portis. Y'all check this out, though, y'all. Bobby Portis, 2-year, $9 million. 2-year, $9 million. That's all he worth. Gary Trent Jr., 3-year, $54 million. Kelly Olynyk, who played with the Rockets last year. Where is Shawnee from? Tell me where she from. Since you said she from Texas, tell me where she from, Tamika. Just don't throw that out there. Tell me where she was born. Tell me where she went to school before you put that out there, Tamika. Hey, man. All I'm telling you, Herb, get well first before you talk about you need to see Shawnee, okay? All right. Okay. Norman Powell, 5 years, $90 million. Oh, that is Moody said he punched his way out of Chicago. That's right. He got beat up by the guy. Oh, she from Wichita Falls, Texas. Okay. Somebody fact checked her over there. Hey, man, y'all some nasty dudes, man, on this thing. Rashawn Holmes, 4 year, $55 million. So you can be mediocre. This NBA got to be great. Let me tell y'all something. I see why you parents, listen to me, y'all. I see why you parents, listen to me. I'm not excusing you damn PGWs now. I'm not excusing y'all that. But I see why y'all getting mad at these summer basketball games. Because they giving some guys, listen, I want the guys to get paid because the owners getting paid. Don't get me wrong. But man, Rashawn Holmes, half the people on this feed don't know who the hell Rashawn Holmes is. Kyle Lowry, 3 year, $90 million with the Heat. PJ Tucker, two year, $15 million with the Heat. Duncan Robinson, Division III, Duncan Robinson. Undrafted Duncan Robinson. Thank you, Todd. Y'all fact check. I'm sorry, Tamika. Tamika, watch this. Oh, my bad. That's why I be on Sir Isaac. Man, you better be on it. See, when people say shit, I told y'all, some people just come on here to say, if I said this damn sky's blue, I got somebody gonna come up here and say it's green. To me, half the people on this damn thing don't know who the hell Rashawn Holmes is. That's what I said. And I repeat, I say it again. Damn. Dwayne Dedman signed a 1 year deal. It must be a veteran minimum because they didn't talk about that. Yeah, I fact checked your baby mama. Yes, I did. Max Strauss. How many of y'all know who Max Strauss is? Re-signed with the Heat for two. How many with your know-it-all asses? How many? Tell me what Max Strauss done without going to Google. Then we got the Heat. I guess the Heat said, man, I got to get some minimum wage guys in there. Gabe Benson, 2 year, $3.5 million. I'm just $1.5 billion was administered last night, and I'm just with the NBA. And y'all talking about, did Chris Walker come on here talking about the ratings down and all of that? But boy, they still getting this money out. Hold on. The Pelicans, Devontae Graham, 4 year, $47 million. Garrett Temple, Derrick Rose, 3 year, $43 million. Why didn't Derrick Rose get the Chris? Evan Fournier, 4 year, $78 million. Alex Burks, 3 year, $30 million. Nerlens Noel, 3 year, 30. Let me tell you something. Y'all know what I call a support player. Y'all know what I call a bench rider or a support player or in the NBA. Y'all know what I call him? A millionaire. That's what I call them. The support players in the NBA. The bench riders, y'all talking about he a bum. You know what I call him? Mr. Millionaire. Garrett Temple, who he snitched on, Herb. Yeah, Herb Baker, you call him rich. Yes. Caruso. He got caught with some weed and got $37 million. Tamika. Caruso just got... Listen to me, mamas and daddies. I ain't mad at y'all no more. PGW, now, if your son can't play dead, then I'm mad at your ass. But if your son, I see why you parents, but, hold on. But to get where these guys, coach, hold up, y'all. A lot of these guys ain't first round picks. A lot of these guys ain't lottery picks. A lot of these guys ain't burger boys. A lot of these guys, Alex Caruso wasn't no burger boy, was he? Alex Burks wasn't no Alex Burks. Evan Fournier was over there. Fournier was overseas. I'm just going through this. Semi Ojale, he might have been. He signed a 1-year deal. Max Strauss Hefner wasn't no damn. PJ Tucker wasn't no burger boy. Norman Powell, was he a burger boy? Oh. Rudy Gay, $2 million with the Jazz, 2 years, $6 million. That's great for Rudy Gay. Rudy Gay, let me tell you something about Rudy Gay. Consummate professional. Consummate professional. See, y'all, you remember I keep telling these people sometimes it's all right to be nice. Some of y'all would have flunked that test on here because y'all probably ain't nice to no damn body. You know, y'all perfect. A lot of people perfect because everybody, is perfect on here. But they getting these people. PJ was at Prospect Park celebrating Sunday. Wow. Prospect Park? People still go there? Ivan Petty Jr. Okay, I'm glad you know. You're a youngster. But people still go to these places. Prospect Park. I went when it first opened. Boy, I don't even go on their street no more. So every one of these guys, 1% of their high school class. What do you mean, Darryl Barnes? What do you mean? Every one of these guys were 1% of their high school. What do you mean by that? What do you mean? Explain what you mean. If you're going to put it on the thing, evidently you want somebody to see it. He said every one of these guys are 1% of their high schools. What do you mean, the 1%? You said every one. That's what you said. Every one of these guys and the 1% of their high school. What do you mean by that? Give us some receipts. Go get us some receipts and come back with it. Give us some receipts and come back with it. What else I got? Y'all, so a lot of guys. Schroeder. Hey, y'all, wait a minute. And Jimmy them be calling the man Little Ugly. I don't like to call him that. But Dennis Schroeder haven't got signed yet. DeMar DeRozan. Let me see who else. Unless this happened before I know Spencer Dinwiddie. He got Andre Drummond 1 year. Okay, take him off my list. I'm just going to some free agents that's left on the board. Y'all help me if they didn't got signed because I can't do two things at one time. Whoever we got, Kendrick Nunn. Kendrick Nunn in there. Who is Dennis Schroeder? Patty Mills. Has Patty Mills signed yet? Because he over there killing. Who else? Ish Smith. Ish Smith, a great backup point guard. Most people who would not know him on this, because he done been with, I think he been in the league 8 years and been with 8 teams. Ish Smith, but consummate professional, played at Wake Forest. Which Green? Hold up. JJ Redick, DeMar DeRozan, Kelly Oubre, Rudy Gay is off the list. Josh Hart. Oh, Josh Hart. Otto Porter, he's off the list. The kid from Ohio. Landon, boy. Hey, Landon, where you been? Landon, take care of my lightweight for me, Landon. One of the Collins guy, Carmelo, don't have a job yet, man. It's all about the money for CP3. Yes, Jason Peters. Do me a favor, Jason Peters. I don't know where you work at, Mr. Jason Peters, but I might be wrong, Jason Peters. But if you go to work and they don't pay you, or you just go to work and don't want to get paid, Jason, you know you my dude. Explain that to me. It's all about the money with you too. It better be all about the money. Come on, Jason. It's all about the money with CP3. Of course. You know what he's smart enough to do? He's smart. You know what? Him and that LeBron James, man, I love them two guys. Y'all remember when they had us? You remember when they had the new collective bargaining agreement back there with David Stern and they was arguing. But Kobe was wrestling, and Kobe, the older guard, Kobe and all of them was wrestling and going back. But LeBron James and Chris Paul and all of his crew and Melo and them, they got in a little corner and Steve and Chris Paul and LeBron James put in that little clause that past 33 or past 34, something. I don't know the exact date. They can keep getting big money like this. They knew they was gonna play this long, where they can keep getting this kind of money. This man turned what's Chris Paul did? He turned 44 million for 1 year into 120 over what, 3 years? It's all about the money, Barry. Barry, they gonna pay you. Let me tell you something, Jason, you gonna go ballistic on them folks. They don't have your check. They gonna have your direct deposit. Kendrick Nunn will remain in Miami. I'm working his basketball camp. He will remain. Okay, they just ain't signed him yet. Okay, they just trying to bring him. Coach, that's smart. You're right. But I'm just telling you, he's still on the free agent list. But they can bring you. They can sign their own players later, because they can bring them back and won't count against the salary cap and against it because they're bringing their own players back. Okay, he said Melo going up to the Lakers. Okay, that's a done deal. Jared Vanderbilt don't have a job right now. He was a restricted free agent. Where he's going to go? Enes Kanter and Robin Lopez. Hey, y'all, you remember Steve Hayes? Thank you, Steve Hayes. Steve Hayes, I saw a picture of you, Coach Steve. You in a New York Knicks uniform. Man, that uniform kind of big on you, Coach. Coach, but you had that uniform on, man. Hey, man, shout out to Steve. Hey, but same with Taylor Horton. Okay, I got you, Taylor Horton. The Lakers are getting all these old guys. Yes, but guess what I found out about old guys? Old guys will help you win. Giannis really was an old guy. Giannis been in the league 7-8 years, right? PJ Tucker. What's his name? Drew Holiday. What's the boy? Middleton. These guys ain't no spring chickens. Denver got all of them young guys, they tell me, but they get their head tore off. I know Mr. Man got hurt, but Jamal Murray, but wow, it's unbelievable. Perk said this morning he would take Trey. Hey, man, I love Kendrick Perkins. He's been on this show. Kendrick Perkins is working now. He's a part of that machine now, okay? This ain't the same Kendrick. He's a part of the machine. He's part of the ESPN machine, you know, that works your ass to death. Once they sign you, they work you to death. He part of that machine. No way. Do y'all see what Luka is doing? Did anybody see the Slovenia play last night? Did y'all see what Luka is doing? I love Trae Young. But this Luka special. Trae special. But this Luka is 10 inches taller. You know, somebody told me a long time ago, Alan Brash, he was talking about how them coaches looking. You know, because I said, man, why don't they never look for the little guards? The 6 foot guard? He said, Robert, if you're trying to build a big house, you're going to go get the biggest tools you can find. You ain't trying to build no house with no screwdriver. You trying to go get some heavy duty equipment. You want to get some big. So it's, it made so much sense. He said, Luke, man, y'all got to watch Luke. Y'all got to close your eyes one time and pretend Luka is black one day and see what he doing. Jason, it sure took you a long time to reply. I've been waiting on you. You said ain't nothing wrong with him getting his money, Hatter, but do you think he can realistic? I don't care. They just paid Richaun Holmes $40-some million at Sacramento. They ass ain't gonna even make the playoffs. Jason, let me go through this list, Jason. Jason, I'm glad you said it, man. I love it. I love it, Jason. They gave Mike Conley 3 years, $68 million. Utah ain't gonna win championship. Now, Hardaway with Luka, I don't know. They might. Luka, hey, y'all know I'm gonna be chilling for Dallas this year. Y'all can get mad at me all you want to. But one of my best friends is the GM of Dallas. So I don't care what y'all say. You think Jared Allen getting $100 million gonna help Cleveland win a championship? Jason, I'm just helping you, Jason. I ain't getting on you, I'm helping you. The Spurs got Doug McDermott, gave him $42 million. Jason Peters. Do you think the Spurs about to win a championship? So why are you talking about Chris Paul? Chris Paul, an old ass man. Because guess what? Once Chris Paul is retired, ain't no team gonna come and say, here, Chris, here $40 million. Here $40 million. You gotta realize, it's the last time that Chris gonna be able to make this kind of money, unless he a hell of a dancer or a singer. That's your opinion, artist. You can't stop Dallas. You one little old dude down here in Houston. You can't stop Dallas from being good. Dallas has won a championship before. So, yeah. Derrick Johnson, little ugly regret he didn't sign that extension. Greg Johnson, don't be doing that, man. His name is Dennis Schroeder. Herb said they giving $10 million of guys who aren't even making in double figures minutes. You're right. Man, get your money, man. Hey, y'all, I know his legacy. Explain what you mean by legacy, Jason Peters. Explain what you mean. Because I've been hearing y'all throwing this legacy. Legacy. You can buy your... When you leave here, you want to have some bread. It's some guys got rings. Tell me this, Jason Peters. Justin Jackson won a ring and didn't play a damn minute in the finals. So tell me what his legacy. Oh, I won a ring. Justin Jackson rather had that money they giving him. I told you, I asked somebody, man, would you trade all of this money in for them rings? He said, I'd trade every last one of these rings in for some of that money these folks get. So explain to me what y'all mean, y'all. You know, I know that's a great buzzword, but Robert, what about his legacy? What about your damn legacy? Everybody. Legacy. Walter Yates said guys sell their rings, some of them, to get some money. And I understand, because I hear these buzzwords. Y'all got to realize, I hear these buzzwords, legacy. What do you mean? Just explain to me. Tamika, do you know what they mean by legacy? I just want to know what they mean. Chris Paul's legacy is set. He's one of the greatest point guards ever to grace the NBA. You can't take that away from him. Basketball is a team game, ladies and gentlemen. And I know y'all think it's one player wins. Hell no, it don't. It's a team game. Everything got to go right. Look at Giannis now. Look at all the stuff that goes right for Giannis now. James get hurt. Kyrie get hurt. Spencer Dinwiddie don't even show up. I mean, Trey, like I said, Trey Young get it. Listen, stuff has to happen. Kevin Lewis said, give me the $120 million, y'all can have it. Like, yes. Because he can take that $120 million, Jason Peters, and go do something for our community. And guess what? He's a champion to me. Let me repeat that. Let me give me a sip because I done talked for 41 straight minutes. Hold on. Think about that, y'all. He could take that 120. This the same guy you're talking about, the legacy. Hold on, y'all. Jason, I love you, Jason. Jason, it was like you just teed my ball up. You know, usually I tee my own ball up. I ain't never had nobody tee my ball up. You done teed my ball up on the tee. Now I'm finna take this drive and hit it. This same guy you talking about in legacy. Think about it. This is the same guy. Jason, thank you, Tamika. This is the same guy that is responsible for the Houston Cougars, the U of H team, getting their U of H deal. That U of H deal at U of H helped the profile of that team and the coaches and the players. That's going to last a long time. Hold on. Let me show you something else he did. Chris Paul partners with the Basketball Hall of Fame for a 14 HBCU tournament. Jason, Chris Paul, HBCU tip-off will feature Winston-Salem, Virginia Union, West Virginia State, and Morehouse. The Phoenix Sun Guard is continuing to put a spotlight on historical Black colleges and universities, HBCUs, with the arrival of a new college basketball tournament. Whew. Paul and the Basketball Hall of Fame have partnered in the development of the Chris Paul HBCU tip-off November the 23rd at the Mohegan Sun Casino in Connecticut. The 2-day doubleheader will feature HBCU and dude, that's legacy. Jason, that's legacy, baby. Jason, I know you didn't understand. I know, Jason. I know that's a talking point that people be talking about. I know it. That's why I'm here to help you, baby. Listen. So when somebody say that stuff again, Jason, you gonna have some comeback. Yeah, you gonna have some comeback. Lionel, Landon, you said folks act like $100 million ain't no money, let alone $100 million of them. $1 million ain't no money. Yeah. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you who the people that act like $1 million ain't no money is the people who don't have it. I'm gonna repeat that. The people who got it, they value it. Odyssey said something. Odyssey said something. PJ Tucker got a ring, but ain't nobody gonna never take Charles Barkley or call him over Charles Barkley or Karl Malone. Never. And y'all always remember, like this young man behind me, Charles Woodson. Took him a long time to get a ring. Finally got it and got hurt at the Super Bowl. I'll never forget it. Sitting there watching the things he put his body through. See, Jay, you good? You good, Jay? Jason, I sit here and watch over 30 years in this business, Jason. I've sit here and watch what these athletes actually put their bodies through. Got to remember, I was with Penny through every surgery, every rehab, which was a whole lot, watching him constantly put his body through something that Robert Hatter. That's why I know why I couldn't play sports, because the stuff that they have to put their bodies through, the Simone Biles, the Naomi Osaka's, That don't y'all see? It's a pattern why I take up for these people because I know what they put their bodies through. I told you about Robert Ory. Used to drop him off at practice. And I get to practice, drop Robert off. I walk into the practice facility. Kobe Bryant been there an hour and a half before any player get there. Soaking wet. Drop Robert off at, 11? Man, pick me up at 1. I get back at 1. Kobe pick Robert up. Kobe's still in there practicing. The stuff that these people, and I know with fans and what put their bodies through, we could never imagine what they put their body when you call them soft. Man, you ain't playing through no injury. You ain't doing this. Homeboy, that dude behind me, listen to me. He couldn't practice. Landon, I want the women, I want everybody to hear this. He couldn't practice during the week. He was so hurt. His foot was so messed up. He couldn't practice. They had to shoot his foot up for him to play on Sunday. He couldn't practice. He went out there and put his body on the line. I was there. We go to a little restaurant one night. And a dude said something crazy to him. That's the first time. And Charles said, man, hold up, man. Do you know what I put my damn body through every day? Man, y'all lost again, something like that. He said, do you know what I put my... And I never... Listen, I'm sitting there. Charles was so freaking mad. Chuck McGuire. Have y'all ever been in a situation where you had to shoot your foot up to get up out the bed or go to work? These people, man, these professional athletes that we marvel, that's why I say, get your money, man. Did y'all see what was going on in the finals when Chris Paul come out the game? Did y'all watch this? Y'all help me. Y'all walk me right this. Check this out, man. Jason, I'm sitting there watching the game, and the trainer comes over to Chris Paul, and he told his assistant trainer, cover me up. I don't want nobody to see what I'm doing. And he kept motioning, get around here so the camera can't see what the hell I'm doing to Chris Paul's freaking wrist. Did y'all see it? Y'all go back. Cause he said, put the towel. He was telling the man, put the towel. I don't want everybody to see what I'm doing. I don't know what the hell they was doing. Right there on the bench. This man was playing. He just had to have surgery on it. Let me tell you. Thank you, Chuck. Also know how they're affected mentally. Can y'all imagine Penny Hardaway on top of the world? Little Penny commercials on every day. And they took away something, his knee, and basketball, something that was his identity. He loved it. He sleeps, eat, and drink basketball. I told y'all, only player I ever heard of in my life. When we used to leave the club, after we done hung out, we go to the gym. Tell them, we'll go to play laser tag and go to the gym. Who does that? The stuff. And the reason I'm trying to take y'all behind the veil, because I know I don't want to stop you from being a fan. Be a fan. But understand, these people put their body through something. Herb Baker, he's telling you right now. constantly pounding on his body, playing basketball for 17 years, all over the world. Thank you, Herb. I ain't this and what I'm telling y'all now is not no insight. I just observed this on TV. I've never seen a trainer tell the people to surround him with a towel so people won't see what he's doing. The camera can't see what he's doing. See, so, I mean, I didn't know I was going to talk about this today, but y'all, I got to take a quick break. I've been talking we're going to take a quick break. Let me see. I had some stuff for y'all I want y'all to check out. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back in a minute. Let me see what I'm going to play. Let me see what I want. Let me see what I got. Let me see what I got for y'all. I had a couple of things for y'all. I wanted to show this. And I hope I wanted to share some with y'all because Corey Henderson had texted me during the Stellar Awards the other night, and he said, "Man, did you see this commercial?" But I played this thing before, and I guess he didn't see it that time. But I said I'm gonna make it a point of playing it again. I want to share that with y'all. Chop Shop, we'll be back.
If you've seen this before, if you think you know what happens next, ask yourself why. These are the black stories we've been shown. But there's so much more to see. The full picture of black life. Let's widen the screen so we can widen our view.
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show. Also, your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But guess what, y'all? I saw something. Herb said he's never been injured. His hip is really affecting me psychologically. Wow. See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? Y'all, I went by, I took a peek into the Pro-Am last night. I watched it on this live stream, No Excuses Pro-Am last night. I took a peek. Let me tell y'all something. This team called Competitive Choice, okay? High school coaches, junior high basketball coaches, mamas, daddies, do me a favor. This week, do me a favor, and I'm going to try to get the schedule for you. Matter of fact, I'm finna text about the schedule. This team plays defense in the Pro-Am like their life depended on it. Listen to me, y'all. I've never, you see all that stuff in the Drew League and people can do all of this? These dudes playing connected defense. Like, I just wish you had seen it. Trey Phillips, bring your girls over there. When competitive choice, everybody don't play. Listen to me. It's one team. Let's play like this. Hold on. let me write this thing. I saw how these dudes, one young cat, I don't know his name. I wish I knew his name. The coach Casey Williams was putting different people on Aaron Harrison. Now Aaron Harrison had 30 points, but he had the hardest 30 points that he ever. They lost by about 15 to 20. But the defense they played. Do me a favor. If you got any girls or boys, if you want them to buy into defense, go to No Excuses Pro-Am and look up the competitive choice team. Had light blue. They had on light blue outfit. Unbelievable. I had to share that with y'all. Then I saw something the other day. Y'all, cause I'm just talking about things, y'all. And mental stuff. Check this out. Did y'all see this? Cause I don't watch UFC and all that. I don't watch all that stuff. I don't watch. But I saw this. I want to show what y'all thought about this.
I think sometimes, because we talk to fighters every week, we sometimes forget how much a difference that 50 grand can make to your life. What impact is that going to have on you?
I am negative in my account right now, so it's going to make a big difference. And my whole paycheck actually is, I have to pay back $15,000 for a loan I got from a few people. So, you know, I made 10 and 10 from my win and show, so that 20,000 was just gone. So, and I was okay with it. I was okay if I won and that check was gone, because I made the move out here, and I knew that this fight was just going to be for the move, but it was the best decision me and my husband made for our careers, and just to get that bonus. I've been so broke my whole life because of this sport, but it's so worth it to me because I love this sport. But to get a $50,000 paycheck, you know, my husband's going to tell me to put it away. I'm definitely going to want to buy some nice stuff, but, you know, I like to buy a little bit of things for the house and for my animals. I really like to spoil my family, but, you know, this week I'm definitely taking my team to go get a nice dinner. So it's life-changing for sure, but I just, you know, got to put the money away and just go out there and fight again.
Who owns the UFC, y'all? Is that the thing with Dana White and that crew? Did y'all hear what she said? Did y'all hear what mentally that she had to go through? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Then I go. Oh, they send me the schedule. Okay. Then I go. I went to the, NFL. Go a little bit, just showing you people. Dana White, right? Damn, just Landon. Landon, I'm glad you heard me. Landon, I think you were listening too. Unbelievable. This woman get her head beat in for $50,000. Y'all remember Kelvin Benjamin, big old wide receiver? I think he played with Carolina. I think he came out of Clemson. I'm not sure. I ain't look it up. He wanted to play football again, so he got bigger. So he said he wanted to come in as a tight end. The Giants told Benjamin to show up to camp at 250 pounds. But he came into camp at 268 pounds. They told him to come in 251. He came in at 268 pounds. Resulting in a $12,000 fine. $730 per pound. His entire training camp paycheck is $14,500. So Benjamin was upset, got into an argument, and was cut. Then he went off on the coach. Athletes, these the people we're raising. When Jimmy was talking about yesterday, all of this, people want attention every day. Yeah, they ain't showing me no love. They showed him love. They gave him a chance to play. They asked him to come in at 251 pounds. He came in at 268 pounds, resulting in a $12,000 fine. Kelvin Benjamin, $730 per pound. And he want to fight and get upset and argue and cuss people out. Then he go off on the coach. Check this out. I got you, Jim. I'm going to bring Jimmy in just a second. He's not a coach that can ever win a Super Bowl after he got his ass cut. Because he sits there and cusses all day. He is a know-it-all. This Kevin Benjamin talking about the dude he just cut it. That's not how it's supposed to work. We all can learn from each other. We're all humans at the end of the day, and the true colors will come out. Welcome back to the show, Jim. Jimmy, welcome to the show. I had Jimmy, hold on, let me get you right in there. What's going on, Doc?
What's going down?
Kevin Benjamin, Jimmy, you got to comment on that one. I ain't gonna let you go. I know this ain't your wheelhouse. Let's say your nephew, the one you would have helped. I mean, you done brought him down. Hold up. He used to be one of the best wide receivers in the country. I mean, he was the first round draft pick, Jimmy. And Jimmy, a lot of problems, ate his goddamn self out the league. He was a wide receiver, Jimmy. Now the mother looked like an offensive lineman. He weighed 268. They asked him, okay, you're going to be a tight end. Jimmy, nephew got to come in at 251 pounds. Nephew show up at 268 pounds, Jimmy. 268. No accountability. Jimmy, resulting in fines of $12,000, Jimmy. I'm going to repeat it for effect. $730 a pound. Jimmy, his whole training camp check they gave him was but $14,500. He messed off 12 of them for eating too many damn Twinkies. But the coach, all he do is cuss people out. What? What he say? All he do is, they don't supposed to go that way. You don't supposed to cuss me out all the time. Jimmy, what you say about that?
Man, choices and consequences. That's all.
Okay.
Choices and consequences. That should be a whole topic, a whole topic of the show. We just going into the next quarter as we move some furniture around in the chop shop. There should be one segment called choices and consequences. You know, we might bring back the what the hell.
What the hell? Yeah.
That's from the first year of the chop shop. You guys
what
know
the hell? Yeah.
Might bring back what the hell. But that's what that is. I mean, it's
crazy. It's crazy.
He ain't the first, ain't the last.
Jimmy, I ain't seen it like this, Jimmy. Listen, I've been doing this for 30 years. I ain't seen this was a first round draft pick. And said, forget it. I'm gonna eat my way out the league. And then when you find me, I'm gonna talk about you because you cussed me out. You talking about consequences? What you said? Choices and consequences.
Yeah.
I'm talking about this entitled ass athlete society that we dealing with, starting at damn near the ninth grade level. We dealing with it now. I mean, we had a topic yesterday, and what singling one person out, because a lot of people think they ain't giving me no, they ain't showing me no love. They ain't show. Don't you think that Kevin Benjamin? That's all he's saying. Jimmy, Coach Judge ain't showing me no love. He ain't no love. He ain't give me enough love, Jimmy. That just got to be with love. Hey, Jimmy, did you bring up love yesterday? I know it ain't got nothing to do with basketball. It's the same principle. It's the same principle. These are unruly and disrespectful kids become unemployable adults. I'm gonna repeat that before that gonna go over everybody. These way before that in the third grade. Thank you, Kenneth Gamble. These third grade kids become coaches. These parents kissing these kids' ass in third grade, in high school. I know for a fact they kissing their behinds. Well, just let him do it. Hell no. But Jimmy, they become unemployable adults. That's what this guy is. Ain't nobody gonna never give him a shot no more. Jimmy, that's gonna be another segment. Jimmy, we're gonna bring a segment called Unbelievable too. Frank, just put Frank, because everybody talking about I always say unbelievable. That is unbelievable. What else you got, man? Come on with it, baby.
I mean, it's about, of course, the time. We got the Olympics is going on. We promise you guys to dive more into some NBA conversations with trades, the draft, whatever you guys want to talk about right now. Let's get into it from the NBA. First, of course, going back, give you the prelude. The NBA draft was last Thursday. Which teams do you guys think won in the draft? Which teams you think lost in the draft? Which pick stood out the most to you in the draft? Remember last year's draft? I think one of the topics of discussion was the amount of Nigerians that were drafted in the first round. I think it was about 6 of them. And then people that became prisoners of the moment, felt the need to go out there on the edge and say, oh, here they come. Americans, they're in trouble now. Here they come. Remember, they've been preaching this stuff for 20 plus years, about 25 years. They've been telling you that our kids in America, we can't shoot. We don't play. We don't know the game. All we are is athletic. The bigs are going to be sized out. At first they start telling the big guys to stay down, stay in the paint, learn low post moves. Then all of a sudden, bigs learn low post. Bigs better learn how to defend the perimeter. Then so now here we are, 25 years later. And there's Chris Walker right on cue. 25 years later, and here's my thing: if our kids in the United States of America are so lacking in basketball skills, then how can you explain to me the fact that the USA basketball 16U routinely runs through the FIBA competition, the 19U runs through the FIBA competition, routinely? Our young people I'm talking about just smash gas on the competition around the world, but then our kids don't know how to play, don't know how to shoot. So if that's the case, then why aren't there more of the players from around the world in the NBA after 25 years of preaching this stuff, this scare tactics into our system? They got schools year round. Like the overtime that's about to start Hell, there's an overtime that's been going on in Europe. Australia. How do you remember back when your son was in high school? You remember that I brought the team from Australia to the spring icebreaker? Some of those same guys represented the country of Australia in the FIBA games.
They got their head tore off too when they came here.
They won a couple too now. They
Yeah.
won a couple too.
Yeah.
They got they won more than they lost.
You know
down
what?
there.
I'm gonna tell you what's so unique, and I'm just gonna throw a caveat in there. I never forget this. With Rashard Lewis, when he was drafted, he was in the Dirk Nowitzki's draft, right? And the guys was explaining to me that Dirk Nowitzki practiced 8 hours a day in Germany. 8 hours a day. That was his job. That's what he did when he was a young guy. Over here is different. So you telling me, so Overtime wants to go and take that model and bring it over here. Like that model is working better than the model that we already have. And I want Chris, I want you to, I want you.
They chopping me up in the boom boom.
They
room,
always
they
chop you up, man. They always
like
chop
me.
you up. You chop upable. You chop
They
upable.
chopping me up.
But Chris, Tag Minor, what do you think about that? Jimmy, think about it. Overtime is trying to model, right? Ain't they trying to model that overseas principle of giving the kids 24 hours upon hours of access to basketball?
But here's the thing, Hatter.
Okay.
Again, I don't know. We got Matt Verdian who watches our show, and Kevin Ollie, who's a good friend, who's the head coach. Dave Lato, my boy, I've known for 20 plus years, is the assistant coach. And they got some. It's a really cool. I think it's a really neat idea. The problem I wouldn't say just for me, but for a lot of people, is that you have to give up something to get something, right? Because of the rules. You have to give up college to have an opportunity to make money playing. And that's the one thing that they don't have in Europe. They don't give up anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's the issue or the line of demarcation.
Why the people in Europe, don't the people in Europe, don't they have to go to school?
It's not the same system. They don't have a collegiate system. They don't have a Final Four.
No. I'm talking about high school. I'm talking about high school. They don't have to go to high school. Did Luka Doncic go to high school? I don't know. He's been playing basketball his life. He's been designated to be a pro. Did Novak Djokovic, the Joker, did he play in high school? Did the tennis player? I don't know if these guys did that. All I'm saying is their thing is built on the Olympics. It's built on international play. That's why we don't let the college guys go anymore, right? Think about it. So my thing is, it's just a different model, and I don't want to, let's see how the model plays out with overtime. Again, there's pros and there's cons. I'm not going to say which side I'm on because it doesn't really matter because it's happening regardless. But my main point is, and I want to go back to what Jimmy's saying. When you guys were talking, I Googled right away how many international players in the NBA, right? So if there's 15 players per team, right, and there's 30 teams, that's 450 players, right? 107, let's just say for safe math, 100 of those players are international. Out of the 400, so that's 350 players that are American players. I like to see what those numbers are in baseball, and in football, it's just an American sport. Period. It's very few international guys. You would know that more than me. There's very few international guys that play football. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is basketball. It's the popular, and again, whether I'm a LeBron fan or James Harden fan or whatever, it doesn't matter. To me, that's why the NBA is better than it was when Mike played. There's 107 international players. Jimmy just said our players can't shoot, which I disagree with. It's just, again, they're longer, they're stronger. No, Jimmy said they said. He didn't say. He said they say they can't shoot. But keep going.
Somebody said they can't shoot. That's not true. So what I'm saying is the NBA, because it's global, and because they're bigger, stronger, faster, the league is better than when Mike played. That's my point. That's why I say LeBron is the greatest of all time. He's playing against the best players. And it doesn't mean Mike isn't good. Doesn't mean Wilt isn't good. Right? Because Wilt didn't play against the best players. Mike played against the best players.
He played with the best players of his time.
I got you. But again, we're talking about a
But
racial
if,
component
Jim,
too.
hey, Chris, you can only play with the best players of your time. We
Hey,
don't
listen,
have
I get it.
You're not Marty
I get it.
McFly.
I get it.
When Back to the Future.
Hey, a Model T is a Model T, but it's not faster than a Ferrari. It doesn't matter. You're right.
Absolutely.
But a Ferrari's still better.
Absolutely. No, a
that's all I'm
Ferrari's
saying.
still faster.
Okay, well, faster.
Because
let
when
the
I wreck my Ferrari, it's total. When I wreck the Model T shit, I just move that.
Listen, Hatter, I know how you roll. Shut your ass up with that Model T stuff. So what I'm saying is, my point is that the NBA makes a concerted effort. Think about NBA Global. Think about NBA Africa. You got Obama investing into it.
Yes, sir.
And I didn't Google this. Maybe Jimmy could go. How many African players, born players in the NBA? Man, Dikembe Mutombo. I mean, how about this? This is crazy.
What's crazy?
Stopping me up. We were Jimmy and I were at the NBA players camp. Jimmy, those guys, they did a great job. It was very fun. Jimmy I didn't realize how involved Jimmy was with the camp because I really never been on the front line.
You got to be out your damn mind. He ain't gonna be there. Hold up, he wouldn't be up there if his ass wasn't involved in it.
No.
No, man.
Jimmy know what I'm talking about.
No.
Jimmy know what I'm talking about.
I know what I'm talking about. But keep going.
But anyway, all right, my point is, I'd never been on the ground level, so it was different. So I'm like, okay, cool, okay. I'm getting the feel, the personalities, what's happening. Now, my point is that when you're talking about the league and you're talking about college, you're talking about the NBA players camp. People think like, oh man, how many kids got a chance to go to the league? But I was having a debate because he likes to debate. That's Dane Irving. Chopping my head off, okay? John Lucas, me and Dane sitting there arguing like we over at the old old gym. What's that little gym we used to go to all the time when John had his workouts? The little gym in North Shepherd over there, Jimmy. You know what I'm talking about. What's the school?
Lutheran North.
Lutheran North. We sitting there arguing like crazy. He made a point that the NBA's been in existence 75 years now, right? They're coming out, and I think Hatter mentioned this before. Only 5,000 players have worn that logo in 75 years.
Less than 5,000, but
Less
it's all
than
right.
5,000.
Yeah.
Then I'm sitting there going like, whoa, less than 5,000. They're coming out with their 75 best players of all time. Have y'all talked about this yet?
They used that. No, we ain't talking about it. They had the top 50 first. Now they finna
the
come
top
out.
50. But they say they're not changing the top 50. That's what I've heard. They said they're not going to change top 50.
They just going to add 25 more?
They're going to add 25 more.
I like
So
that.
now-
They got to add
so
LeBron. They got to add your best friend. But keep going.
Listen to me. Now, listen. So Dane start listing the names. And I'm like, who? So Luke throwing his 2 cents in, right? And it was real interesting. And he said Dikembe Mutombo will be one of the 75 best players of all time because of what he's doing in Africa. Dude, Africa, y'all better understand what's happening.
But let me tell you
Wakanda
something.
forever, bro. Wakanda forever. I'm telling
Wakanda,
you.
okay, I'm glad you go there. That's why I love that B. Scott. This what she said. If you add first and second generation Africans, regardless of where you born. So the NBA is full of Africans. That's what she telling you. And you talking about worried about some damn Nigerian. No. You got to address that. You got to address that. Because you Americanized Negroes. Y'all forget. Y'all forget that's why, Jimmy, now I understand why what's the name? The guy used to be on here and he get mad every time Chris called us a minority. What? Anthony Weston. Now I understand why he was really adamant. We're not the minority. Because we're the global majority. So, but he didn't never explain why he was so mad. So thank you, B. Scott, for that great history lesson, because we got these people that go to Villanova and stuff like that. They forget sometimes that, there's 7 Nigerians. But all of us come from there.
For the sake of a discussion.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm sorry.
For the sake of the discussion,
I'm
Brandy
sorry.
Nickerson, African-born. Chris Walker was not born in Africa. He's born in City Gas, okay, on Rosewood, on South Hall. African-born players.
Okay.
The game is global.
I like
That's
that.
how the NBA has grown the game and popularity.
I like that. I
That's
like
all
that.
I'm saying.
Okay.
There was no Serge Ibaka back in the day. No Serge Ibaka. I'm just saying, like, those guys didn't exist back then. So my thing is, again, the league is global. Here's the thing. I remember I told you I was having that lunch with those scouts. There's only 39 American-born white kids in the NBA. 39.
Okay.
So think about it. There are more white kids that are European playing in the NBA than white kids from America.
Okay.
Now the question is that done by design? Because think about it. In the MLB, and Jimmy would know this because he's a baseball guy, there are black kids that can play baseball.
Of course.
But if you decide that you're going to go to the Dominican Republic to put farm systems over there and recruit them from there, of course there are going to be more players from there. So that's intentional. The question is it intentional to get European-born players that I don't even think can play in our college system and be successful?
Mm-hmm.
I put them at TSU, they probably get tore off the bone. That's all I'm saying.
I'm glad you said that, Jimmy. Jimmy, I'm glad he said that. Chris, no, I'm glad you said it, but Jimmy, I got something for you. Jimmy, I thought about this the other day when I saw this. Tell me, I'm going to give y'all 48 seconds, but I'm going to show you where to go get the rest. Jimmy, check this out. Since he mentioned baseball in Dominican. Check this out.
My dad's plight or fight being African American in baseball was a lot different. He's more so in tune with, I guess, a greater calling on his life.
If it wasn't for Jerry introducing me to baseball, introducing me to the academy, I don't know where I'd be right now.
My dad and my brother are doing the real work.
What is your perspective? Is it I or is it the team?
Very good, Isaac.
He wants to bring our culture back to baseball, which we're missing.
Yes, sir!
You can get a kid in college, get them off the streets, get them to make better decisions, get them to get on the right track in life. That's obviously a huge win.
Jimmy, I don't know if you knew about that. It's a 6-minute long video. Jerry Manuel, man, the things that he's doing that we didn't know about, and him and his whole family. And Chris, I meant to play this the other day. And Chris, you just struck a nerve, but I don't want to go to Jimmy. We're gonna devote a whole segment to that one day because I want people to understand. Look up Jerry Manuel and look up The Undefeated and watch that video. Unbelievable of the lives he's changing with these young men. But Jimmy, you can talk about that if you want to mention it. But Chris, I love what you said. I understand, but tell me about the white. You said something about American-born white kids. Why did you mention that?
No, I was just saying that in our country, listen. You go to a summer basketball tournament. There's a lot of white kids that play basketball, man, and there are white kids that can play. You look at college basketball.
Yeah,
it's not 100% black.
Yeah,
It's probably like 65%. There's a lot of white kids that play college basketball. So what I'm saying is, are those kids not good enough, or do they decide that they want to go to Europe to bring players? I say it again, man. A lot of these guys that play in the NBA aren't as good as some of those guys in the G League. It's just a choice that they make. You know what I'm saying? You look at every Division I roster. The last 4 dudes could be playing Division II. You look at every Division II roster. The top 2 dudes could be playing Division I. I mean, am I lying? I'm just being honest.
No, you ain't lying. Herb Baker's
so what
sick.
I'm saying is they make a concerted effort. You know what they always talk about? They always talk about the bust that we have that are American players, but they never talk about the bust that are European players. Come on.
Because there's a lot of them. You're absolutely right. He talking about your mustache, Chris. Chris,
go on, Chris. You have to realize, and it would take somebody to do some homework and pull out a shovel to go and think about it. All of the international players that were drafted back in the days, they used to use the term draft and stash. that was drafted but never brought over. You just drafted them and held a slot, and you retained the rights to that particular player. Think about all of those guys who never made it over. And trust me, for the most part, you can count the ones on one hand, maybe 3 or 4 fingers that were drafted and actually were good enough immediately and turned down the NBA money. You follow what I'm saying? I know there's been 1 or 2.
Sergio Luel. What is his name? Sergio Luel. That's the only one who got his ass sent home last night. Who got from Spain. He the only one been turning that money. He been turning that money down for years. And I don't know
you
why.
can count them on one hand. I'm quite sure that for a time that other countries had some as well that were offered that were legitimate players that turned down the NBA. So that means for the most part, most of them weren't good enough. And you're right. So once again, it's back to the original thought. They plant the seed. It was a movement. Remember, there in the NBA 25 plus years ago, David Stern started the movement. Remember, they wanted the players to dress a certain way. Remember, they wanted to prep it back up. Remember, Allen Iverson came through with the cornrows.
I don't blame.
Then came the what they call those the jerseys, the throwbacks.
With the headbands.
The throwback craze. Remember, they said no. Matter of fact, everybody's gonna wear either a coat or a collar to the event. And they've laxed on that rule because it's a new movement that came on. David Stern is going now. But at the same time, Adam Silver's a little bit more worker friendly, so to speak, with the union and whatnot. Adam Silver is, him and Michelle Roberts
got a good relationship.
They're good like that.
Yeah.
So now you look at, my point is, we still hear people say, man, our kids can't shoot. Now, who the hell told you that? Name the three best shooters of all time in the NBA.
Stephon Curry.
Ray Allen.
Name 3.
Stephon Curry, Ray Allen. I got one more. Klay Thompson.
That's 3. No matter what 3 you come up with, it's going to all have one thing in common. Chocolate City.
Reggie Miller.
But our guys can't shoot. Think about it. Yeah. Your 3 best point guards in the NBA, in the history. You come up with your 3 best, you know what's going to happen? They all going to have one thing in common. Chocolate City. So your 3 best athletes in the NBA, in the history, you're going to have one thing in common. Chocolate City. Think about this. Your 3 best centers that ever played in the NBA, you have one thing in common. Chocolate City.
Yeah.
So the scare tactics.
What you mean by scare tactics?
That's what it was. Just go back, think back. Now, don't think in 2022, 21. Think back into the 1990s when the scare tactics first was implemented. These guys are going to take all of your jobs. You remember hearing those punchlines. The Europeans are coming. You remember hearing that.
Yeah, but
our kids better learn how to shoot. You remember hearing that?
Oh, I heard that. But
so that was the first layer of it. And then you get a guy like he mentioned, Dirk. Dirk comes out. Oh, see there, here he come. Then Petrus, the Stojakovic come. Oh, here they come. I told you they're coming. Then and you wasn't paying. Then all of a sudden, one year, one of you guys may want to look it up. One of you guys in the boom boom room. That was one year the NBA. You could tell they were in cahoots. One year they drafted so many international kids in the first round, it was ridiculous. It was more internationals drafted than as it was America. It was that one year.
I forgot that year too.
And one of y'all can look it up.
But in their defense, them guys was terrible as hell that year too. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. And what they were doing, they were drafting these guys because they didn't want to pay these guys. They was drafting these guys. Jimmy, that's part of the drafting staff. Because guess what? You don't have to, when you draft those guys over here, you don't have to let their ass come over here until you get ready. See, that was a unique tool, and that was a way to save money. Because guess what? They were saying, hey, I don't want to pay these guys no first round money. They ain't no first rounders. So we draft this guy. We don't have to pay nobody that year. Until that new collective bargaining stopped that mess. But yeah, you're right. They tried to do that. Them owners slick now. You don't get to become a billionaire just. Don't be thinking the billionaires was just, we just did everything great in the right way. Shh. Come on. The hell out of here. But go on, Jimmy. I'm sorry.
Now I want to shift over and go into something, Halle, that should be really fun for you and Chris.
What we do?
And that is the NBA draft. And remember, we said we promised to get into this topic today.
Okay, let's talk.
And that is, in the NBA draft, there were a total of 311 players, all right, who at first put their names in the draft.
311.
Okay. Right? Okay. Now, 85 of those pulled their name out.
Okay.
Went back to school, said, just want to test the water. I'm going back. I'm good. Right? Okay. So that means 226.
Okay.
So 226 players stayed in the draft. There's only 2 rounds of the NBA draft. That's 60 players. So roughly, man, 60 players, 60 slots. Everybody that got picked, right, wasn't from America. But on the approximates, that's about what? 160 players that put their name in the draft, and most of them probably thought they had proper intel. 160 thought they had proper intel that would yield them an opportunity of having their name called in the draft. Look at those odds. Look at those numbers. Right? And I think it's baffling to me. So, Halle, to you, your side of the fence, it happens every year. But does the numbers increase now, or are they about the same as far as the amount of people who who forego their collegiate amateurism for only to realize that you got to go get it out the mud now, when you could have been getting out the mud, especially with name, image, likeness on the horizon? A lot of these young men could have easily, yielded, 6 digits because they were big men on campus. What's the point guard from LSU? He played one of the Houston grassroots teams. What his name?
Javonte Smart.
Javonte Smart. He's one of them. Javonte Smart is from the South Louisiana area, the Baton Rouge area. Mm-hmm. You mean to tell me that Javonte Smart walk-ons wouldn't have, that's one of the popular sports bar chains around Louisiana. They were founded by 2 former actually walk-ons from LSU basketball team. Those guys that sit at the end of the bench that you laugh at sometimes, they're down there having fun. Some of those guys were plotting and trying to find out how to make business opportunities. But back to Javonte Smart, he's one. Put his name in that draft, didn't get it called. There's several others, not just pick on him. But don't you think Javonte Smart could have earned a slight living while playing basketball and getting that much closer to his degree at LSU?
Jimmy, the hardest thing, and we talked about this yesterday a little bit, the hardest thing in the world to me is what you try to do in this situation is make an informed decision. Okay? But in our society, we're not making informed decisions in a lot of things we do summer basketball wise. I likened to Chris was talking about when you buy a house, all that paperwork. When you buy a car, all that paperwork. You spend more time doing that than you do. So these decisions, you got to realize that night, draft night, and the next morning, I had a lot of calls, people having buyer's remorse. their agent, their person, their whoever, then told them, Jimmy, something. You gotta understand. There's a lot of these people. No. These are these people first time around at this, Jimmy. This is the first time these kids have a chance to do this. These people, if they gave away 1.5, excuse me, I'm sorry. They dished out, not gave away. They distributed $1.5 billion last night, just last night alone, in contracts. So these parents and these kids want some of that 1.5 billion, Jimmy, because they feel their kid is good enough. So if Jimmy coming with his hat on and coming there and say, look here, I don't care what them other, forget what Robert Hatton told you. I think you're going to get drafted. I believe in you. He don't believe in you. He must don't believe in you enough. Jimmy, Chris, this happened in this draft. So Chris already said they're terrible mathematicians. We talk about it every day on this show, how hard it is to make it in the NBA.
They don't listen.
Let me tell you something. Quinn Grimes, if he don't go and have that great day at the combine, his ass wouldn't have been in the first round. Listen to me. If he don't go to that combine and show out, he was going to be a second round pick. He's already 28th. I mean, 20. I mean, 20.
I had to hold that thought, though.
I'm sorry. Come on.
I was at the combine.
I know.
And I knew a bunch of the kids there. And I'm saying to myself, why are you sitting out? Man, you need to play.
Yeah.
So you gonna not play?
You said
like I don't know how you help yourself by not playing, because now you're relying on that agent. I hate to be that agent. I hate to be that agent because you go. Bones Highland is a typical example that the kid who was player of the Atlantic 10 played at VCU. He's playing at Atlantic 10. He's not playing in the Power 5 league, not playing in the Power 6, Power 7 league. That dude says, I'm a first round pick. And he went out there and he proved it. These other guys, my agent said I didn't have to play. Homeboy, you played 4 college games. What you mean you're not going to play? What you mean?
But Chris,
you got to play when you get to the NBA.
Chris, you got to realize now, ladies and gentlemen, y'all got to hear me clear here. You got to realize, if you take a test and pass the test and pay your money, you can become an agent. That don't mean you know what the hell you doing and you don't know what the hell you talking about. And I'm going to repeat this one more damn time. Just because you go take a test and pass an easy-ass test, pay your $2,500, they saying you good enough to put, they saying he's qualified to put your prized possession, your only son, or however many sons you got, your only son, which this thing, if you don't get it right, will mess up his whole chances of being in the NBA. Y'all, I tell these people, when you picking an agent, you better liken this to damn brain surgery, Jimmy Hicks. Chris Walker, you got to hit us. You got Chris Walker is a good doctor, great family practitioner, great doc. He my friend. But if I'm gonna have brain surgery, I'm not finna tell Chris to come open up my damn brain. I'm gonna go get the best brain surgeon who has done this time and time again. Because guess what? I might not get but one shot. Brain surgery is one shot to get it right. This basketball, y'all is too competitive. We just showed you the numbers. You can't get it wrong. But we still got people just, well, he's the lawyer down the street. Hey man, we just got to make better choices. What, Jimmy? What'd you say? Jimmy? What did you say? Are we gonna have a topic on choices and consequences?
That's it.
Come on, y'all, come on now.
Listen, I got the best. I'm looking at the ESPN best available players. I'm gonna give Jimmy a little. What they do in the Family Feud at the end. They give him a little countdown. They got to say, What's your favorite? What's orange and da da da? They using it. You get all these points and you can get the big money. I'm gonna go 1 through whatever, and I'm gonna have Jimmy talk about real quick about each one of them, and I'm gonna tell you the recurring motif of all of them, and then I'm gonna try to explain some to people.
Motif, I
Jimmy,
like that.
Dayshawn Nix, number one, first available, Dayshawn Nix.
You want us to give a number?
No, I'm telling you, like, tell me about Dayshawn Nix. Like, I guarantee it's your point where
I mean,
that's not the way they play. That's not the way they planned it.
Hell
You see what
no.
I'm saying?
He went
That's
to
not the way
Ignite.
Dayshawn Nix didn't get drafted.
No, sir. Keep going.
Didn't get drafted.
I'm asking Jimmy. I mean, Jimmy to comment because I don't want. I'm just gonna say the
Well,
names.
I mean, he didn't get drafted. I mean, Dayshawn Nix is one of the best. I mean, he's one of the best point guards in the country.
So why didn't he get drafted? Okay, so why didn't he get drafted?
Now that part there, you have to probably
And he
go
played
back
for
and
the
connect the
Ignite.
dots back.
Hey, teacher.
Bottom line,
Hey,
nobody
teacher, can I raise my hand?
nobody
Teacher.
deemed him
Yes.
that he was good enough on Thursday.
Teacher.
Nobody felt he was good enough on
Teacher.
Thursday.
And he is about 6'6", ain't he? He ain't 6'2". He about
No, he big
6'6", 6'5", or
I don't know
6'6".
I'm gonna move on to the next one. Now this could be propaganda. Austin Reeves. He said he didn't want to get drafted because he wanted to go
Oh,
to the
really?
Lakers Summer League. He didn't want to get drafted.
Joseph Young wanted to go to the Lakers Summer League as well. How did that work out? Hell, and we love Joseph Young to death down in H-Town. At the same time, that's one of the most idiotic things that a person can possibly say. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to get drafted because I'd rather go to the Lakers Summer League. Here's what it means. You get drafted in the first round, and some point picks in the second round, it's guaranteed money. He don't have a guaranteed slot. He's guaranteed to get a reversible, a purple and gold reversible uniform
A two-way.
and some damn socks. You got to bring your own sneakers when you come to Summer League, when you go to Vegas or Utah or whatever they're going to do. So that don't even make sense. But guess what? It just shows you the mindset.
We gotta stop telling these guys two-way don't mean that you in the NBA. Okay? That's not what two-way means. That's just some language they brought up so they can bring you up.
You
and bring
are
you
in
down.
the NBA.
Man, please. Okay, I can name a lot of guys that have been what we call two ways, and they should be on the chop shop with us because they ain't going to Vegas next week. That's all I'm telling you. Joel Ayaye from Gonzaga. Oh my God, triple-double, this, that. Number one team, didn't get drafted. Aaron Henry, Michigan State, Jimmy, didn't get drafted. Matthew Hurt, where'd he go to school? He's going to be with the Rockets. Duke. McDonald's All-American, wasn't he, Jimmy? What did Matthew Hurt McDonald's?
Yeah. That's why the Duke boy didn't get drafted either.
Didn't get drafted. McKinley Wright, I want to say possibly was definitely first team all Pac-12. He was a Pac-12 player of the year. Didn't get drafted. Shondy Brown from Michigan, didn't get drafted. Sam Hauser from Virginia, didn't get drafted. Trendon Watford from LSU, didn't get drafted. The names start piling up. Matt Mitchell.
Trent Wofford, he was Mr. One and Done. Hold up.
Didn't get drafted.
He came on a visit to Memphis. I'll never forget. He thought he was one and done. Trent Wofford.
I'm telling you, didn't get drafted. Had a good year. Dwayne Washington, Ohio State. You think if your child go to Ohio State, there ain't one person in the boomer room. They can't go to Ohio State, and he's a good player. Lead the team, possibly lead the team in scoring. In the NCAA tournament, you at the games, you got your big Ohio State shirt on. First thing you say in your mind, my son gonna play in the league. Didn't get drafted. John Petty, Alabama, 3-and-D, led the whole nation in three-point shooting. Didn't get drafted.
And Josh Primo go in the lottery and average 8 points a game.
I'm trying to tell you, it's not only that, Josh Primo went in the lottery. Then you had Herb Jones, who was SEC Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. And went the second round.
Yes.
They had the kid Shackelford, who was the leading scorer of the team, still there. And John Petty, and this dude, who was hurt most of the year, by the way, Chi. He barely returned in the tournament. And this dude went like the number 14 pick. It's not Moses Wright, ACC Player of the Year. Don't DGD didn't get drafted. Come on, man. You can't make.
But you got DGD.
Hey, Rick Brown asked me.
DGD.
Hold up, Chris. Rick Brown asked the question, is Primo that good? He damn must be.
He's pretty good. I got another one for you. David Duke from Providence. They were talking about him all year long. DGD. Got a good one for you. It's going to sting the dudes in Dallas. Oh, he left. RJ Nimrod. Right, Jimmy? RJ.
Hold on. He kept his name in the draft?
Yeah, he stayed in.
DGD. I'm telling you, it's dudes on here. I'm like, whoa.
You know
Matt
what?
McClung,
You know what?
Smart.
You know what I think? You know what I think, Chris?
It's crazy, man.
You know what I think? And I'm wondering if a kid like RJ, who played practice alongside the young man who's I think he's at Memphis. I think he was a rookie this year from TCU. Did very well in the NBA.
Desmond Bain.
And in your mind, you're saying to yourself, man, I rip this dude every day in practice. Man, this dude, in your mind, man, this dude, man, I'm just as good as him easily. But in your mind, and that may have been a motivating force that which led you to believe, to make the choice to stay in the draft, thinking, well, if he made it, then I can make it. Only time will tell, because guess what? The law of averages, it yield that at least one guy that don't get drafted will probably get latch on to a team.
Dude, listen.
In today, so who's it? So now we're talking about, we mentioned 120-something people, and one will likely yield the fruits of going the long route and getting this stuff done. Let me give y'all some more numbers, guys. Speaking of the SEC a while ago, they had the most players that entered the NBA draft was out of the SEC. It was 36 at first, and then I think 9 of those went back to school. Right, so 27 from the SEC was draft eligible from that conference. 36 players who was in the NBA draft had their name also in the transfer portal. 36. I'll break that 36 down for you. 19 of that 36 stayed in the draft. Guys who already said, this coach ain't doing enough for me. I'm going to put my name in the portal. I'm going to the NBA and the portal. Remember, Jacob Young did it. And he decided to stay his butt and go back to school and go to Oregon from Rutgers. Once again, 36 players had their name in the portal and in the NBA draft. 19 of those remained in the draft. So that means 17 of those took their name out of the draft and then what, Chris? Transferred. Right?
Dude, let me
What
tell you
about my
something.
kid at Jimmy? You forgot my kid at Oral Roberts, Kevin O'Banner.
He transferred to
Texas
Texas Tech.
Yes. But he tried to go into the draft and they told him, hey homeboy, show raglass up out of it. But all I'm saying,
Speaking of Texas Tech, Chris, is that player name on there? Did he get drafted?
Matt McClung
From this past year?
no, he didn't get drafted. No, he signed. He got a free agent deal. He got a free agent deal.
Hey man, whatever. You know what?
And guess what? Was that the plan? Was that the plan?
Jimmy, we can't. Jimmy, it's not
Gatorade
Jimmy.
League.
Jimmy, no, that wasn't the plan. Jimmy, none of them. Jimmy, listen. Don't you think Jalen Green thought he was going to be the number 1 pick?
Yeah, he did.
It wasn't the plan. It wasn't the plan for him to be number 2. It wasn't a plan for.
We talking about a drastic difference.
No, but it wasn't a plan. Max Aismans. No, Max Aismans. He took his little bit of. I remember Chris said, "Man, I saw him on the draft show on the draft combine."
Come on, man. Don't talk bad about it, man. I was with him, man. Come on.
I said, "Man, if you don't take your little ass back to school."
You wrong, man.
No, I like him. No. Hey, listen to me. We got to tell our people the truth. I would have told my son the same way. Man, take your little ass to school. You're too light in the ass. If you can't get around these guys right here, you definitely ain't gonna get around Giannis. See,
Man,
that's what people don't forget. That's what people don't understand, man.
How they don't know, man. You take any of these kids to an NBA training camp, you be like, man, look how big them dudes are, man.
Oh
See
my
that dude right
God.
there?
Oh my
See
God.
that dude right there? Look how fast he run.
Oh my God.
Look how big he is. Guess what? He ain't gonna play one down.
Chris, I
The
saw
scrubs,
some last night,
the
Chris.
scrubs are bad dudes. That's what people don't understand.
Chris, I saw something last night. I want Kenneth Gamble. Anybody who got some high school players that plan on being a good player. If little Johnny don't want to be no college player, don't take it. Do me a favor and take your behind to the No Excuses Summer Pro League right here in Houston. Jimmy, this is a team called Competitive Choice. Everybody on the bench or came off the bench played defense like I've never seen it played in a summer league ever. And I sit there, Jimmy, I was saying, what the hell are you telling these kids in a pro-am? You playing Aaron Harrison where Aaron Harrison don't want to put the damn ball, got him tired, had his ass working the whole night. I'm sitting there saying, every kid, if you plan on playing college basketball, this how you have to defend. I know it ain't glamour. I ain't telling y'all about nobody dunking. They was dunking too. But I've never, and the reason I'm saying it today, I've never seen nobody play defense like that on a damn team, a pro-am team. You supposed to go. When you see the Duke League, all you see is what, Chris?
Highlights, yeah.
Highlight. These dudes, I said, what the hell are
How
you?
to this people don't understand.
Uh-huh.
And Jimmy, think about this. When you playing for money, it's different. These dudes are playing for their livelihood, Jimmy. You know what I'm saying, Jimmy?
Good
They
point.
got bills to pay.
Good point.
It's different when you're playing. That's why that COVID thing with the NFL, ooh,
It's getting thick.
come on now.
And
It's real.
and another thing about like a pro-am league, like the No Excuses, as opposed to yesteryear, those games are being filmed now. Those films is worth value if you are able to outdo or
I ain't think about that,
outperform
Jimmy.
on a consistent level.
I ain't think about that.
So back in the days, it was just playing, it was just joking around. I'm gonna get some burn in, I'm gonna get some run in.
That's a good.
So
that's a good
that
point.
means now, if you think some of those pros, those seasoned or established professionals, they're not about to come and play in that No Excuse League now. Because that's too, those guys are playing too hard.
Get
It's-
this.
you see
Listen
what
to
that
me.
is? Clickbait.
Jonathan Simmons and Shannon Shorter, damn near got, if it wasn't for one bad call, they would have been out of the damn playoff. They've been getting their ass tore off down there. Them dudes ain't thinking about who. Corey Brewer is probably the best. Corey Brewer now, he treating them. You can tell he the leading scorer in the whole league. He walk in there, I'm a pro. Cameron Reynolds walk in there, I'm a pro. Who else? I mean, Jimmy, it's unbelievable. The little guy, Jimmy, you remember Malik Amos, who used to play at Cinco Ranch?
Yeah.
Look, me, he
Play that little kid that played at Prairie View.
yes, Jimmy.
Yeah.
He got hurt the other day, got a little concussion. Jimmy, he is one. Hold up, he's so cold. The announcers last night said, well, if we can get Aaron Harrison, because Andrew and Malik didn't play. The announcers said, if we get Andrew Harrison and Malik back, then they're going to give these people a chance. This is a guy was just Jimmy, he wasn't ranked high. But that dude out there balling his behind off in this summer league. And if he keep on, one of these people overseas going to see he make bucket after bucket. Every time he go up, somebody think it's going in the hole. I could not believe it, man. I promise you, I couldn't believe it. But Chris, y'all can chime in. It's just this basketball, man. I guess.
But here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. With all that being said, and Jimmy continuously reiterates this, that's not part of the plan. Hatter, they're not making more teams, and they're not creating more spots.
Right.
And I'm not saying it's all to do about nothing.
That's a good point.
But is like stuff like TBT. They're creating more ways for you to make money.
They put the finals of TBT tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's winner take all, but they're creating more ways for you to monetize the game. That's how big the game is.
Yes.
You know,
Good point.
those tournaments are good for the game, and they got crazy advertising on TBT.
Oh my
Robert.
goodness.
You got to have some type of situation where people are paying you because it's winner take all. And I don't know if other people understand winner take all is if they've been at a poker table.
Yeah, they get the money. And Chris, do you know? Have you ever looked at the advertising? It's unique. Puma is on the middle of the floor. They wasn't there last year. I mean, they adding stuff. And Jimmy, one of my favorite sponsors is Zelle. Zelle's a sponsor because that's how they get paid. They sell it to your account.
That's right.
I saw the commercial. Speaking of the TBT, you guys know back, we talking about 20 years ago when I got introduced to this grassroots basketball sector. And for those that didn't know, a lot of guys, we was talking about this weekend, and one of the guys had no idea. And I often remind you guys, I actually served as a volunteer coach for 2 summers. That's what started me into this business. 2 summers. I never coached a 17 and under team.
Okay.
I had a 15 and under team, and then they were a 16 and under team. And those 2 years, you know, everybody, pretty much every grassroots coach out there has what I would call a claim to fame player that you introduced to the world, that you helped develop either maybe physically or mentally to prepare him in the sport of basketball. So for those that know, my claim to fame was Tack Minor at the time. And Tack Minor was really, really hot, came from out of nowhere. No matter, you know, I mean, and so I had him as a 15 and under. That was his first time playing organized basketball outside of the YMCA boys club. So on that team with Tack Minor, when we were 16U, we picked up, I mean, the team was really, really special. I mean, you know, you had the Houston Hoops at 16, and you had at 15s and 16s, and you had us, that Hay Select 15U. They were really, really, really fun to watch. Now, one of the players, I was the guy, I always tell you guys about how to pick up players. We would kick teams' ass, and I would go wait at the nacho stand, at the snack bar, and I would get the best player, and I would say, man, they're not using you right. You ought to come roll with us. You know, we're going to play this on tournament. You know, man, you can have some fun with us. And that's how I picked up about 4 or 5 players on the team after they had you gave us 40, you're going to rock with us. And one of those guys who had gave us about a 40 ball that I ended up picking up and played with us for the whole summer was a guy that played in that TBT semifinals, and his team won his fingerprints on every game. They're going to be in the championship, and that is Marcus Hall from Jersey Village High School. Marcus Hall went to Colorado. Marcus Hall played for Hay Select. And, you know, trust me, I don't necessarily call myself a coach. That's what the term they give you if you volunteer on the sideline. I was, you know, life coach, probably the closest thing I was as far as coaching basketball, because I didn't know. All I had was 3 things: a press breaker, a press, an inbound play, and a damn set that we used. That was it. And the rest of that stuff, it figured itself out. But I want to give a shout out to Chris, you're on mute. I want to give a shout out to Marcus.
I was saying you're right about that. You weren't no coach. You're right about that.
I'm glad you was on mute. Chris,
I'm glad you was on.
Jimmy should have left him on mute. I know what he was going to say.
We're glad you in the game on the print side.
But dude, just think about it. Marcus Hall came out of high school in 2003. He was out there giving dudes the business.
I remember Marcus Hall.
They trying to get that bread. And a guy like Marcus Hall, you know, he's the same age.
Which team he played for? Team 23?
Yes, the team that's based out of Andre Bennett. I mean, the what's name who played for Texas Tech. That team is based off. That's on him.
Hold up, y'all. Let me make it small.
You silly. Me and Max.
Hey, Chris, with Max Acemas, two guys who ain't gonna make it in the NBA.
You're right. Oh, Max, that's one thing. He'd shoot you out of lights. He shoot the lights out the ball, though.
Yeah. I'm going to put that in front of you, Chris.
That's
Say-
my man right there. That's my
say
man
shout
right
to Brian Merritt.
Tell old King Gamble the locks. Dipset bust up the locks. Come on, man. Why we even talk? Hey, man, what y'all think about them battles where those singers are singing against each other, man? Have you seen those, Hatter?
Which one?
I haven't seen
You
it.
talking about the verses?
Yeah, the verses, man.
Yeah, I ain't never watched that mess.
You never watched it?
Nah. I've seen the
You
video.
didn't see the Bobby Brown versus Keith Sweat, man?
They said Bobby Brown was tired as hell, was sweating off the first song. They say he was tired and had to go get a breather, Jimmy. I mean, he didn't hydrate or something. I don't know what the hell they said. How can you do that on a versus? But Jimmy, you was talking about so much stuff that I wanted this. Boy, you had so many things. You covered. But Jimmy, I want to tell you this because you was out of town. Eddie Lampkin came up. Jimmy, Eddie Lampkin done lost 75 pounds. I didn't even know who he was.
No.
Yes, he. 175 pounds.
Oh, okay, that
Jimmy,
makes sense.
You would knew and was at the pro-am getting a work, Jimmy. Work, Jimmy. He got a up and under, a jump hook, the left. I said, what the? But guess what? He playing against them grown-ass men, and they was going at him, and he was in there, trying to hold his own. I don't know how good it's going to make him next year, but let me tell you something. I was thoroughly impressed by Eddie Lampkin the other day, Jimmy. Jimmy, that's one of your guys that came under your watch. Unbelievable. Keep going.
I mean, we'll see. Time will tell, and we were rooting for Eddie. That's one thing about it. Guess what? Another player. This stuff is not easy, and that's the point that we're setting out to you guys. And a lot of people try to make it like everything is just so easy, and all you got to do is go to this school, and you're gonna go and get there. And the thing is, I was looking, and I have some more numbers for.
Hold up, Jimmy. I'm sorry. You had Marcus Hall. Guess who? D'Angelo lost the other day, right before that. So I had D'Angelo. So D'Angelo was on my team. So keep going. I had. Hey, wait a minute. The leading scorer in St. John's history.
I like D'Angelo. D'Angelo was a bucket. But here's the deal, though. Think about it. I know Jimmy got a point he got to make.
Okay.
Man, he did not make the league. No. See, people just don't understand.
Great point.
You try to sit there and tell a parent or you tell hey man, you don't understand how hard it is to get there. You just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can say whatever you want to me. It is hard. The second best player on every team in college right now, think he going. The fifth best player. The dudes that are all conference. I just showed you 2 or 3 dudes that were player of the year in their league. If you were player of the year in their league, all of their circle, the AAU coach and their family, what they saying, Jimmy? He a pro. He a pro.
Man,
it's a done deal.
You see what Jock Armand said, Jimmy? You can come. Jock Armand said, D'Angelo's still a bucket.
No, he's still a bucket.
He was no bucket. He's still a bucket.
A lot of those guys are. And so now the thing is in college, if you guys hadn't recognized, we're in August now. So it has been 1 complete month since the name, image, and likeness has been. Hold on, I'm getting my card. My name, image, likeness has been an option and granted for the student athletes in collegiate sports. So what I've learned is there was an article written by Joseph Pompliano, right? And it's on the Huddle Up website. And he went and of all the guys, there's companies that track the business, the deals, the signings that a lot of the sponsors that the kids get while they're in school from the name, image, likeness stuff. So there's tracking software that is out there that's keeping tabs on how many from each sport, men or women, that's signing deals, because that stuff has to be documented. Well, one of those companies, there's more than one company. It's more than one company. and they have the analytics, which Chris loves analytics. This company is called the INFLCR.
Damn. Hell of a name.
INFLCR, right? And they have tracked 1,361 name, image, and likeness transactions. Just their portal. They have competition. So this is not all of the transactions. This is just the ones that have been released by this particular company. And I'll give you some of the numbers, which is really intriguing. Check this out. Over $1.25 million has been earned by the athletes of those 1,361 transactions. The deals range from $0 in cash to low six figures. And the average deal of the 1,361 student athletes, this is men and women, the average deal is worth $923 pre-tax. Slightly over 50% of all transactions have been reported by athletes playing sports outside of football or men's and women's basketball. So half of the deals that's been signed, according to this particular company's portal, has been non-revenue producing sports. The have-nots, the hockeys, the lacrosse, the soccer, of course you throw baseball in there as well if you want. Now, check this out. About 34% of all the deals have been done by football players. While 13% was women or men's basketball. I said again, 34% football, 13% basketball. Keep going. About 10% was in lacrosse, swimming, and diving, with the most common transaction being summer camps and training lessons. Roughly 20% of all the transactions were female athletes. I said again, 20% was female. And 12% were from non-Power 5 schools. Those are some of the numbers that have came in on the name, image, likeness. Chris,
I say, think about what you said for a second there. You're saying a lot of it come from lessons and stuff like that. So think about this. Think about the sports that you mentioned: golf, baseball, soccer, lacrosse, hockey, right? And who plays those sports? You see what I'm saying? There's an avenue there to get money. Basketball and football, I'm telling you right now, we act like we don't need people to teach us. No, he good. He got his AAU coach. No, he's straight. You see what I'm saying? Well, some other people will pay to have a kid who plays lacrosse at John Hopkins to teach his kids some lessons. Those hockey guys are smart and those tennis guys and those soccer guys, because that is how they make the bulk of their money, because football and basketball guys make their money on salaries. Now I'm talking about the culture of it. So they've already been in a world where they understand lessons and teaching and making money for it. In basketball and football, that's not the case. Basketball kids, they don't go back and work camp and stuff like that, man. Football guys don't go back and work camp. They don't do that. They train in. Those other kids, they understand you go back, you work at your pool, your local pool. It's called Olympic sports. It's a different model. I'm telling you, especially sports like baseball and volleyball. You know what I'm saying? It means something when, she's getting lessons from the girl that plays at Cal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't hear basketball dudes say, yo, man, he working out with the dude that work at to play at Texas. Man, them dudes ain't doing that. He with his AAU coach. He with his trainer. You see what I'm saying, Jimmy? Like, there's an avenue that'll make some real money that don't have anything to do with the college football playoff or the Final Four. It has nothing to do with it. Because that's where we look at, basketball and football having more value than those other sports. But that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about name, image, and likeness and the way that they can not circumvent the rules. Everybody said that when this rule came, who was going to suffer? The Olympic sports. And you just said they're not suffering. It's all about who has the money, guys.
Did they actually say that the Olympic
and they
sports?
decide who they give it to.
Did they actually say the Olympic sports are going to suffer, or the schools? If the schools lose money, they are not be able to support the Olympic sports because those revenue generating sports were fueling and supporting the Olympic sports. Chris,
but and here's the other point. They probably were complaining, if they bring name, image, and likeness, we might as well get rid of the Olympic sports. And look what's happened. The reverse has happened. Because of the revenue generate schools, the rule actually happened. It actually took place because they're bringing in so much money, they're not getting a piece of it. But it actually helps the other people because you got to look at the demographic who actually gives to universities. You know what I'm saying? Who gives money? And what sports do their kids play? People don't realize only about 3%, 4% of kids that play in high school will ever go to college and play sports. I'm just telling you, man. So would you rather go here?
Hold up. Could y'all help me? And then
I'm just telling you, it's you got to understand it.
So, Jimmy, that article, what did you get out of that article? That it's just not the revenue generating sports guys that are benefiting? Is that what that article was? What was the article trying to say?
What I got out of it was just I just got some numbers out of it. And that was FYIs. It was some good FYI out of it, just in case for those who thought that basketball players would go and run away with the percentages. And the way it looked, basketball, that's men and women combined to only get 13%. Now that's only of their portal, but still, that's a measuring stick no matter what. That's like when they do studies. They say, well, 40% of the people says this. You don't realize, you read the small print, they only interviewed 1,000 people. That's supposed to represent a different demographics.
Yeah, but
that's supposed to represent everything. So, so the numbers, it goes to
know,
show.
even in the men's basketball, not to be chauvinist.
Send me that article, Jimmy.
13% of men and women's basketball. Is it 10 men and 3 women? Like lumping them together because football don't have an equal. And football, there's more players.
Yes.
Well, neither does lacrosse. Neither does lacrosse, Chris.
Yeah, but you didn't say that. You said lacrosse. What you looped lacrosse? You grouped lacrosse with all the other sports. You said men's and women's basketball together, and you said all the other sports, lacrosse, this, and that make up for the other 20. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is they're putting men's and women's basketball together. What is the actual breakdown in men's and women's basketball? You know,
Well,
why
guess what?
loop them together?
Well, guess what? It can't be if they're separate. If they're together, it's
I
only
like
12.
gender-wise as well.
I'm saying this. Think about it. Think about this, Chris. If combined, they only got 12%. If they're separated, they're going to be in the single digits.
Not really. Not if it's 10 and 2.
Oh man.
Not if it's 10 and 2. Well, I don't. Well,
Guess what? You know why? It say women. Remember, I gave you the number. It said women. It say women. I gave you the stat on the females. It say the women make up roughly 20% of all the 1,361 deals.
Right.
So that means women, if 20% of 1,361 is about 250 or so. Right?
Yeah.
So that means 250 in that particular portal.
But there's a ton of other sports. There's a ton of women that play the other sports, is my point. Anyway, I mean, we're splitting hairs here. All I'm saying is football rules the roost. Olympic sports have benefited for something they thought was actually going to cut them out of the mix. They thought it would be the undoing of the Olympic sport, and it actually has helped them, right? Because for instance, a school like Cal Berkeley. When I was at Cal Berkeley, I remember they wanted to get rid of the rowing team, right? And because they wanted to cut sports, right? And the rowing, and because they needed to cut sports at Cal because it's draining the budget. And basically what the guys from Rowan said, hey man, you get rid of Rowan and we're gonna stop giving all this bread to university. And guess what? They still got Rowan.
Them daddies.
So think about name, image, and likeness now. If you a dude on that team, okay, so that means those dudes got a lot of swag. They hold a lot of weight at that school, at Berkeley. Now, think about if you're a guy that's an athlete at Berkeley with name, image, and likeness. And I just told you the Rowan guys got a lot of bread. So who they gonna get the bread to? The Rowan dudes. You understand what I'm saying?
But the Rowan dudes already got money.
No, the players, name, image, and likeness, the players.
I know, but them players, most of them guys who rowing, they come from money.
But now it's legal to give it to them, Hatter. Now everybody, now it's
I said they come from money.
That may be true. I don't know. But the point I'm making is
how many dudes you know? What city guys that row?
We don't have number bayous in Texas.
Okay,
bro.
say no more. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's all.
They gonna go to the bayou.
Hey, but Jimmy, did you see Melvin Dews give me? Did you see Melvin Dews put that news up there? Let me put it up there one more time.
That Mellow.
No, I ain't talking about no damn Mellow. I'm talking about Patty Mills gonna go play with my people up there at the Nets. You understand me?
Overpaid.
I love Patty Mills. Now I used to hate that little
play.
I hate him.
When is he gonna play?
I don't care where he play.
Is Kyrie leaving?
No, but Kyrie and them gonna get hurt. If they get hurt again, I got Patty for your ass.
So when's he gonna play? He old, man. That dude's old, man. That dude's old.
Stop it. Hey, Jimmy, stop it.
Hey, it looks like LeBron. Melvin Dews is a hate call him the LeBrons instead of the Lakers. Said that the LeBrons got Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, they did. They got everybody. They got every dude that's over 39 years old. They got him on the Lakers team.
No, Malik Monk make them younger.
Malik Monk
makes them younger.
And he smoked more than all of them. He smoked more than all of them.
Guess what? He don't smoke more than all of them. They got a couple on that team that light them up on that Laker team right now.
Man, Malik lips black.
But guess what? I heard they don't even test for marijuana anymore in the NBA. Testing.
I know, but Jimmy, that don't mean you're smoking all the time.
Yeah, but they don't even test. And then if you do get tested, you get one tested one time per the MVP, the Players Association, the collective bargaining agreement. They're not testing you no more unless you give a positive.
I got 2 words for y'all: Patty Mills. Robert, that's my new nephew, Patty Mills. Yes.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Look at you.
And another deal that just came through is it is official that Steph Curry has agreed and signed the 4-year, $215 million deal to remain
That's his second. That's his second 200.
Hold on. A San Francisco Warrior. You know they have shirts out there that saying San Francisco. It doesn't say Golden State. I'm talking about like T-shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
They're trying
They used to be the San Francisco Warriors.
Slowly reestablish their identity to break away from that old mystique.
No, they ain't breaking away from Oakland, Jimmy. No, I promise you. That's why they got an Oakland thing too. They got a jersey called Oakland also. You didn't see?
They got two different jerseys.
2 different jerseys. Yeah, they got Oakland uniform too.
And Golden State, just the state of California. That's all.
The Golden State. Yeah, the Golden State.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
And so he got him a bag, and nothing wrong with that. Steph Curry deserve a bag, man.
But I think that's his second $200 million bag, Jimmy Hope. I think
Trae Young got a bag.
You know what?
You see, Trae Young got his bag.
You know what? He earned it, and that's part of staying with the program. You stayed loyal to them. He could have left. He stayed there.
Nah.
And guess what? You break the bank with him. And guess what? They in Silicon Valley, man.
Yeah.
And Chris, you just lived out there. You just moved from out there 2 years ago. And you know that life is tough. People go and call on the phone back home to their families. Oh, my baby working in Silicon Valley. But they don't tell you that the baby probably living out of this car. And real estate is so doggone high up there.
Oh, and he was Chris was paying all his salary damn near he had the little old place over there by Google. You know they was tearing Chris' head off. He couldn't wait to get out of there.
No, Chris had a green screen at his window and had Google on the green screen, and you thought Google was across the street. He can't trick me.
No, he did.
He
No, he did. Hey, Chris. Hey, y'all.
The Negro had a green screen.
Listen to me, Jimmy.
Crazy.
When Chris know they wasn't gonna renew him, man, that man got out of that damn contract so fast with that apartment. He said, "I'm not giving y'all not one more month of this rent. Hell no." He laughing.
It's pretty expensive to live up there.
Yes,
That's one of
sir.
first of all, forget about living there. He got to pay them taxes.
Oh,
That's what
my
we talking.
goodness. Oh, my
California, you got to pay those taxes.
Oh, my
bro.
goodness. New York too, Chris.
Yes,
New York
indeed.
too. Yeah.
That's why my business ain't registered here. There you go. Keep going. Carry on.
Now, also, they're saying that Chicago Bulls is trying to close out a sign and trade deal for DeMar DeRozan. It's not done. This is not done. They're so that means somebody done leaked this deal out before it gets completed. Remember, I always tell you guys, pay attention to when a deal leaks.
Who leaked?
Who leaked? No telling. I don't know. Either one of the either DeMar, either somebody with San Antonio.
No. I'm saying, what did you?
Chicago Bulls.
What
the
did
league,
Woj
one thing
say?
for sure, the
Did
Spurs
Woj
are
say?
done.
What'd you say? What you say, Jim?
The Spurs are done for sure. Well, that's one thing for sure. The Spurs are finito.
But you know what? I think that Greg Popovich need to go on and announce this will be his swan song, and get him a lap around the league and go on and lay it down because otherwise his legacy.
You know why he's not doing it though, Jimmy? He's trying to get the all-time wins. You got to look at how many wins he is away from being the all-time winningest coach in NBA history. That's what. Once he does that, Becky Hammond's probably going to be the coach.
And Kenny Gamble says, how many guards does Chicago need? Remember, Kenny Gamble, I said a sign and trade. That means one of those guards there is probably on the move. Remember that. Somebody's on the move. Or if this deal goes through. Now, the thing is, Ivan Pettit, shout out to him,
messy.
Put up the ages of these new Los Angeles Lakers. Melo will be 37.
A bucket.
Right. Dwight Howard, 35. Trevor Ariza, 36. Wayne Ellington, 33. And Bazemore, 32.
LeBron 40. LeBron 40.
No, he's not 40. No, LeBron.
He look like he's 40. He look like he's 40.
Man. No, he don't. He don't look like 40.
All I got to say is, I saw this movie the other day called Going in Style. That's who the Lakers are. Go see that movie, Going in Style, and you'll know what the Lakers I'm talking about.
Man, y'all crazy. Hey, look, this is not the Laker team with Kobe, the glove, the mailman, old Shaq. You remember that team? They got the Pistons.
Gary Payton was on that team.
I said the glove.
Right.
Tore him a new one. That ain't this team. I'm just telling you. They got rid of the Big Penguin. The Big Penguin went to Philadelphia. So here's the question, guys. What do y'all think about? Forget about the Lake. What do y'all think about these guys saying, you know what? I'm not going. I mean, Hatter, this is interesting for you. You, his agent. Hey, man. For your legacy, you need to try to get a ring, man. Don't take the money. Go play with LeBron.
I ain't
Don't
nowhere
take the
in the
money.
world I'll tell a dude that do stupid ass stuff.
That's what some of these dudes doing, isn't it?
I ain't nowhere in
you
the
just made
world.
$170
Listen,
million in your career.
Jimmy,
Go play with
I call that malpractice and malfeasance. I call it mal everything. Get your money, man. Because guess what's happening? Once your ass out of that league, they ain't trying to give you no more of that money, man. Especially if you look like this.
Well, guess
Get
what?
your money.
Well, once you got your money, like a guy like Carmelo.
Get you some more. Ain't no Jimmy. Jimmy, ain't no such thing as you got enough money to them guys. I'm telling you.
No. There's no such thing for certain type of business person. But for others, once you get content and you want that ring means something more to some people to a certain point. Either before or after that rings or the quest
I'm telling you, they don't.
The Gerald Tall Lakers, man. Robert Rising, you crazy.
It don't.
Hold on. If that was the case, then why didn't Karl Malone stay his ass in Utah?
You want that ring? They wanted a
When
ring.
he was going down, why did he stay there? Didn't he have enough money? He didn't have enough money. Right? He
Still,
could've got more money.
Jimmy,
He
go
could've got
talk
more
to
money
Karl
staying in
Malone.
Utah.
You go talk to Karl Malone.
Okay,
They
so
would
what about
chase a
Gary
ring.
Payton?
Hold on.
What about
You would
Gary
chase.
Payton in
Listen,
2006?
you always want to play on a winning team because every year, and I keep it just don't get into your damn psyche. Every
about
year, no,
Steve
slow down.
Nash?
Every
Was it
year,
Steve
one
Nash on that
team
team?
wins. Every year, one team wins. The other 29 teams don't win. Every year. So you're trying to win, but if you don't, get your money. Talking about your damn ring.
You say if you don't, then get your money. That's saying that's an if then. If you don't get, then
Telling
get your
you,
money.
ain't nowhere in the world I would go over there to play with LeBron for an empty ass ring. No way.
Empty?
No way. I wouldn't.
So guess what? So it's okay to go. Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. It's okay.
No, sir.
Let me get this straight. So it's okay to go do it in Brooklyn with James Harden.
Can we
and
just
Kevin
agree
Durant.
that me and you don't think nothing alike? It's okay.
No. I'm
No,
asking you a question.
I'm
So
just
it's okay to
helping
go-
you.
So is it
Can
okay
we just
to go
agree
do it?
that me and you and him don't think alike?
Guess what?
Ain't nothing you gonna convince me to tell me.
You said LeBron ring is an empty ring. I'm asking you, is it so that means it's okay if Kevin Durant in Brooklyn go and wins the ring? That's not an empty ring. That's not empty?
Hell no, it's not an empty ring. He's the best player on the damn team. How's that empty?
He's the best player on the team.
Yes. I'm
So what's
talking
LeBron-
about you. Listen, you telling me I should tell my client, man, these people giving you 20 million over here, and you go over there with LeBron and them and get 5 million? Get the hell out of here. I would never tell nobody to do that. Hell no. Hell no. In LA where that 5 million ain't gonna be worth over here but 2 million? Ain't no way
What if
in
you
the
got
world
300 million?
I'm
what
gonna
if you got
advise
100 million in the
that.
bank?
I don't
What
care
if you got-
how much money you get.
why
Homeboy,
they doing- so
I've
so why they
seen
doing
Michael Jordan.
So why they doing it?
Listen to me, sir, who got an airplane, chase the dude down because he owed him $100 goddamn bet on the golf course. And he got an airplane. So don't tell me people don't want their damn money.
Why are they doing it? That's what we're asking. So why are they doing
No,
it?
that ain't what Jimmy talking about. Jimmy talking about, well, a ring. You got to get a ring. You got to get a ring. Dude, most of the people.
No. I said some people at some point in their career, it is the beginning, the middle, or the end, the ring or the quest of attaining one will take first seat. Now, and I mentioned Gary Payton. When Gary Payton asked why he didn't stay his ass in Seattle.
He was at Miami first, Jim. He was at Miami. He was at Miami. With the Miami. He won a ring in Miami.
He won in Miami in 2006.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
That was, where did he come from?
Guess what? Gary Payton would tell you right now, I wanted that damn money. I know how you think.
Hold on. If that's the case, Hatter, Gary Payton didn't make no bunch of money when he went to Miami.
Not a champion? You got to be out your rabbit ass mind.
No, I honestly think the reason why Trace McGrady got in the NBA Hall of Fame it was because he was a champion.
And then we got somebody like Corey Henderson saying we all saying the same thing. We're not saying the same thing, Corey Henderson. Hell no. So you can take that little tweet, that little comment, and go somewhere else. We're not saying the same damn thing. Chris asked the question, would I advise someone to go somewhere for less money for a ring? Hell no, I'm not going to advise him to do that.
No matter how much money they got.
No matter how much money they got. I'm going to tell him, is that ring this valuable? Because that's what I supposed to do. Is that how much more value this ring? You're going to take your old ass over there and ain't going to play. So you tell me this ring that Justin Jackson got this week and the rest of them guys who sit on this bench, that ring is, I got a ring. I'm going to show you how much the ring meant to P.J. Tucker. Why he go to Miami then? For the money.
But he got his ring already. He good.
He didn't go to Milwaukee for the money. He go because they sent his ass over there. He didn't
He
go
went
to Milwaukee for the
he was
money.
begging to get out of there. He was lucky to get to Milwaukee. Is what he was.
All I'm telling you, Chris, your question to me.
You're right. I got you.
I'm not going to advise him to do it. Now, if his crazy ass want to do it, if he think like Jimmy, but I just got to have a ring. It ain't guaranteed your ass going to get no ring. You might get injured. Something might happen where you don't get the ring.
For some people, economically, then they can afford to take that gamble on their careers. 2 years ago, that's a
hell of a gamble.
I mentioned
Hell
Gary Payton.
of a goddamn gamble.
Hold on. I mentioned Gary Payton. It worked out for him just fine.
A hell of a gamble.
So Gary Payton went from making about $12 million, $14 million a year and went to Miami for $1 million. First, he tried to do it with the Lakers. It didn't work out. Then he went to Boston. It didn't work out. Then he went to Miami. $1 million he went there for. He after making $14 million with the Seattle/OKC.
And I bet you right now he'd have took a damn job at Lincoln goddamn a Division III school in Oakland. I bet you wish he had took that damn money. Hell out of here. I got a ring, but I'm in Lincoln.
That ring, once again, Kevin Durant, when he went to the Golden State
Y'all
Warriors.
in this legacy stuff is killing me.
When he got that ring, it means something to some people at some point of their careers. What's the big fella name that was that played?
Jimmy, the same ring, people selling them. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar auctioning his off. Bill Russell auctioning his rings off.
Man, we're not talking about nobody buying no ring. We talking about DeMarcus Cousins took a same gamble in his career 3-4 years ago. DeMarcus Cousins went down there and got hurt. Took a gamble.
No, I'm not going to let you stop.
All type of money on the table. He left all type of money on the table. DeMarcus Cousins did. He could have got a bag. He went. I'm gonna play for the minimum with the Lakers.
How that work out for his ass?
That's exactly my point. It don't work out all the time. The quest of, guess what? Money on the table. Speaking of the Brooklyn Nets, LaMarcus Aldridge went over there. Mind you, he had health issues. Blake Griffin went over there. Mind you, understand. Then on top of that, the boy from Houston, or the big fella, he decided to stay.
Chris Walker, you started this mess. You don't even understand.
No, I just asked.
I know you asked me. And guess what? And all Jimmy done told me, Jimmy, all you done did is tell me, thank you, Robert Hatter, for thinking the way you did. Because you asked me a question. Would I advise? You didn't ask me if Robert Hatter, if you would have did it. You asked me, ain't nowhere in the world I'm going to advise somebody to turn down all of this damn money. Because I know, and Jimmy said, it don't matter because they selling rings now. But if you wanted them so bad, why you selling them? You going to sell something that you wanted? Oh, you done sold your soul for it? Now you're selling it? But you done turned down this money, but you're selling the ring for money. If you had the money, you can just donate the money. So I know the value of winning a championship. I'm not crazy.
Because that dude behind you won one. That dude behind you won one.
Yes. And guess what? He won.
So? He won one. He a champion.
Guess what?
Champion. He in the Hall of Fame. Champion.
But he would have been in the Hall of Fame if he hadn't won.
But Hatter, let's get him on. Let's call Charles right now and ask him.
And he got hurt in that damn game. Huh?
Ask him, does it mean something to be a champion? Let's get him on the hook right now. And
man,
does
the phone right now. You getting ready?
Let's call Ty Law right now.
Did y'all see the video of him taking his jacket out of the? You see the video? He taking his jacket out. That's how they do. But I understand. Hey, y'all can think like that. I just don't think like that because I know me talking to them guys. They said, man, I want that money, man. I want that money. I love the rings. I got 7 of them. But give me Stephon Curry's money. Give me Melo's money. Melo done made a whole. Melo done tried everywhere. Hold up, Chris, and I know I had something to say. Why your LeBron take so long to bring Melo in? Why didn't he bring him in 2 years ago with his?
He got a ring. He didn't need him 2 years ago. He got a ring without him.
But that's your dude.
Let's talk about
No. We ain't gonna talk about that. No.
Let's talk about Dellavedova Caruso. How he didn't fool somebody to give him $37 million, Jimmy. Oh my goodness. Caruso, hey, Dellavedova strikes again.
He gonna lay it down. He
done struck again. LeBron and got another dude a check.
Hey, and when Larsa Pippen get through with Scottie Pippen, he gonna get them damn rings back, Jimmy. Hey, when Larsa, after she get through knocking all these young guys off.
Stop it.
She doing it.
Stop it.
That's his ex, man. That's his ex, man. That's
Can't
old.
be doing that, man.
Hey, no, but I'm just telling you, but when he get through paying all his money, he gonna say, man, forget these rings. That's all I'm saying, man. Them people don't. Hey, let me tell you something. After that parade is over, them people don't bring them rings out no more. I mean, they don't. I mean, it mean a lot to fans, but me talking to them guys, they be.
Why even give them? So why would they? So if I'm a team, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
So if I'm an owner from now on, I see somebody say, "Oh, your boy Horry replaced them with replicas." Then why give them real diamonds? Just give them replicas. If the rings don't mean anything,
No. Cut to your Jimmy. I mean, Chris, it's more fans out here than people. You know, the fans love it. It's good for. Listen, it's good. No, but it's good for the fandom. Cause guess what?
Don't care about the ring. Just give them some.
I didn't say. Listen. I'm just saying, if they valued them so much, why ain't they got it on every time?
They too damn big.
Okay.
Shaq wear his on TV to mess with Chuck.
And Chuck just go to bank every week.
Chuck ain't got Shaq money.
Chuck got an Emmy though. Chuck got stock in Nike, the first stock when it first started. We don't know how much money Chuck got
some money. He got
Chuck
some
got
money.
money in Nike that when Nike wasn't Nike. When Nike was whatever it was. So, I mean, he all right.
Blue Ribbon Sports back in the day.
But how one thing about it, and you think a person, we know we can the TNT with TNT Chuck is all right. But without TNT, I watched Charles Barkley on the new Bob Costas show last night.
Yeah.
And Charles Barkley confessed that it's just like
gambling.
About gambling. Yeah. It feels so good when he walked out of the casino with $1 million.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
he lost a
the
lot.
risk that comes with it. He said he done lost millions a few times.
But he got a bunch of money. I'm telling you, his portfolio is unbelievable.
But I'm saying though, when a person has a habit, Howard,
yes,
I'm just telling you, you can't really measure
Michael
them.
Jordan got a habit. He got a plan.
When they have a habit.
Michael Jordan got a habit, Jimmy.
But understand something. But Charles Barkley was widely known around the circles as a mark. He was a trick on the golf course. He was everywhere. He said it. He said, man, when he gambled early on, he said he didn't got better, but he used to be the guy that everybody. And think about it. We're not talking about
how did that guy now?
Chris, Jimmy, I played golf with Rain Gresham, and his house is on this golf course. And he showed us, everybody was talking about, man, that's a great cobblestone driveway you had. He said, thank Michael Jordan for it because he paid for it. So he said, and told it on him, thank Michael Jordan because he think he can beat me playing golf, and he paid for it. It's a million stories like that about them guys. Them guys got enough money to gamble. He said, everybody, what's the boy? I told you when I went to them dealers run their mouth. I go there to the Aria, Jimmy, in the little private room back there. That man said I had Floyd Mayweather over there crying the other day. You know how Floyd always talking about sending the girl to get his money, talking about these my winnings. He said he wasn't like when he lost $5 million right over there in this corner. See, think about that, y'all. If Chris Walker go in the casino and loses $5 million, it took him $9 million. He had to make $9 million after taxes and be able to spend that $5 million. You got to meet at least $8.5 million to be able to spend it. So you're really losing $8 million of your money. So yes, it's possible for people to lose. Well, I don't know how we got on Charles Barkley. I'm just saying that just because he didn't win a championship, he's a team game. And he said that on the show. This is a team game. Yes, they lose it to Allen Iverson. Lost money gambling. Antoine Walker, where is my man at Thaddeus Moody? Sit down and talk to Antoine.
On the planes, especially.
Antoine didn't let nobody pay. That's why I said that kid, that young man right there, Antoine Walker should never be broke. Because that man took care of everybody.
He like your man.
Huh?
Your man in Minnesota the same way, ain't he? He take care of everybody.
Yeah. But Antoine Walker wouldn't let you pay for nothing if you with him. Nothing. Ask him. He never let you pay for nothing. Man, this is what I tell you. Man, I know you got money, but you ain't never made no $100 million. So put your little money. Your money ain't no good tonight. I said, wow.
I bet they money good now.
Yeah. Great. That's one guy that I hope, and I'm glad they're giving him, he going speaking and doing stuff. Guys who give like that, man, those guys, and I know some guys who he really took care of, should never be broke. But Jimmy, I know we done went on and on, but this is a good lesson.
I gotta run, man. I gotta run, yo.
Okay, let's get out of here. Get us out of here, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's that time, guys, and of course, make sure you share the show if you hadn't done so, and for those others, make sure you share the show on your way out the door and on the Chop Shop. We are, of course, on tomorrow. We are Women Rock Wednesday. Got some more good topics we're going to engage. We'll dive deeper into some of these trades which are happening on our transactions in the NBA, which are taking place by the hour. And it's going to be some intriguing things. And we'll take a deep dive, Chris, into your Lakers tomorrow and go and go by the new look Lakers, which has a lot of new faces in the place. And what do you think? We know they're slower now, but at the same time, are they really
slower?
Are they really slower than last year?
We talk about the Rockets and the 4 first-round draft picks they got.
I want to talk about them.
The Rockets is not a contender. We're talking about contenders.
Yeah.
The Rockets,
we like to talk about
the Rockets are trying to find a way to replace money and and patch up some of the holes in the bottom of the boat. That's all. That man lost a lot of money over the past 3 years. Guess what? Don't feel sorry for him. You best assured he has a lot of government. Don't feel sorry. A lot of government checks that's helped stimulate some of those losses as well. So, but at the same time, we talk about the Lakers tomorrow. We'll talk about the Miami Heat tomorrow. We'll talk about the Phoenix Suns tomorrow, and those Chicago Bulls is where we dive.
Let's talk about KCP tomorrow. Jimmy, they got rid of KCP. That's the man that they said manna from heaven, Jimmy.
He got a ring out of the deal. He can't be mad. He got a ring.
Jimmy, a ring. Oh my God, there you go. A ring.
He got a ring out of the deal. Hey, guess what? It's time. His ankle monitor finally got off, so it's time for him to go. Wow. So that's all. We good to go. Anyway, guys, it's time to slide down Dino's back. I gotta do this thing on this Tuesday. We'll see you guys in 22 hours. We up out of here for Robert Haller, Chris Walker, this Jim Hicks. Make sure you share the show on the way out the door. Peace. Chop shop.
Oh man, this crazy. This is crazy. Let me get out of here. Oh my God.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop.